Will you demonstrate your whistling prowess tonight?
Yes.
When are you going to do that, Eric?
When...
You want to do it now?
Yeah, let me get a little more water, please.
Knock me off my feet again. Got me feeling like another you. Voice feels like shock. What did you? Picking on the weaker man. You can take me down with just one single.
Video. This is a countdown video. This is a countdown video.
Episode 48. There are exactly 48 muscles in a cat's ear. Just to ignore you better.
Unboxing Eric. He's just a little guy. How can he cause this much drama? Watch him fly. Unboxing Eric.
Look at me. I'm flying with balloons.
He was our little guy. He was an annoying little twerp, but he was a little twerp.
How do you
Eric.
stop this thing?
Unboxing Eric. Our little twerp.
I can see Kelly Clarkson's house from here.
Our little perfection. Unboxing Eric.
How far till I get to Stearns?
Thank you, Howard, for bringing us this gift.
Get me down from here, you motherfucker.
Unboxing Eric. You know what to do.
I think I am gonna be sick.
Unboxing Eric. You know what to do.
Hello, Stearns.
Unboxing Eric.
And what it is you've got to know yourself.
You got to know yourself, people. Good morning!
Good
Oh, God.
morning.
That's right, if it's Sunday, if Blind Mike's over, and our tech is working, then we're here. Can you see us? Oh my God, I'm looking at my phone. They see us! It's amazing. We did it.
Yay.
Ran into some tech issues. But we didn't really. We just did all that to wake up Luigi early and annoy him. Did it work?
It's true.
Did it work? Are you annoyed?
I am very annoyed.
Yeah, we did it, people. We did it. But guess what? He's awake. We have to devise some plan every week to wake this asshole up on this new schedule. So this was this week's plan. We're out of ideas. This was a pretty hard one. But how are you guys doing today? Welcome to Unboxing Eric, the show, where we meticulously break down every call and that one visit to by Eric the actor to the Howard Stern show. Some are great, some are boring, but we do them
They're
all
all great.
in order.
They're all
Yeah, they're all great. They are all great. And we are in a fun time. We are in a pre-puss time. We are, it's dangling. There's the smell in the air. It may happen soon. Kendra is on the horizon. We have a horny Eric who is not getting any, so he's becoming increasingly angry, an angry little midget all the time. And so that's where we are. That's the die is cast to where we're at. But how you guys doing this week, Electra? How you doing? I'm sorry about all the tech.
Doing really good. Thanks
Yes.
for asking.
She is such a goddamn trooper. I swear to God, she's not one of these World War II troopers. No, she's a World War I. She's in the trenches stabbing people. God damn. Thank you for not getting so mad at the tech stuff. And
It
Luigi,
happens.
he's a little blessed over here. So congratulations. What did you do this week, Luigi? Who cares?
Not much.
But I would like to, the show would like to say, happy birthday to Miss Luigi.
Ah, thank you.
Mind me
I
saying that? I mean, it's not really doxing. No one knows anyone. But you
Happy
know.
birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. Greenberg.
Yes, and a reminder that, as much as we love Louis and we joke with him, today's really her day, and we're so sorry.
Never had cum in my beard.
And not today. It won't happen today either. It should. Today of all days, it should happen. That beard should be covered.
Never had cum in my beard.
It won't be. It won't be.
It really should. But I'm doing
Dry-
this show with you guys.
Oh dear.
We came up with a new nickname, by the way, Drybeard. What do you think?
Dry beard.
Drybeard. Everyone is Drybeard.
I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but
No, because there's piss on there, right?
Oh,
There's
okay.
piss
Yes,
on there.
that's
right. You awake yet? All right.
I'm getting there.
All right. Well, hey, you know what could help us? Oh my God, there's a spider on me. That's not good. Kitty, don't eat the spider. Don't eat the spider. Okay. Things are weird over here, I gotta say. We're at war, people. Spiders everywhere. But listen, you know how we wake Luigi up, right? We all know how we wake Luigi up.
Ooh, this excites
That's right,
me.
people. That's right, people. It's time. First time for Blue Iris Cunts and Coffee.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. That's where we listen to Blue Iris. Let's turn that down so low. We listen to Blue Iris wake up Luigi Greenberg because he's a night guy talking about her cut. Blue Iris, take it
My
away.
cunt is drier than a Mormon wedding.
Hey-o. That's pretty dry, Blue Iris. All right. It's always about your cut. You got anything else for us, Blue Iris?
I've had cock delivered like pizza.
No. I hope it got there within 30 minutes. It's very important. How about anything on cunt farts?
My cunt farts glitter during a full moon.
That's important. It's important that we know that. Hey, you ever used a cleaning solution on yourself?
I used to bleach my cunt with coffee grounds.
Well, that's not really bleach.
That
But-
doesn't sound like bleach.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense. How's your throat? You gotta, how's your throat?
I swallowed more cock than a frat party cake.
Do they swallow like? I wasn't aware of that.
I turned his cock
What was that, Luigi? Hold on, Blue Iris. Relax with your cock talk. Jesus.
I think she's running out of material.
She slows down. She's sleeping.
I turned his cock into a popsicle.
There we go. That's what.
Wait, she
I-
froze it?
Oh no! I didn't even think of that part. She murdered a man.
I use cock-like mouthwash.
Oh.
I've seen that one too.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We need more cunt stuff. I mean, that's great
My
about
cunt hiccups when I'm nervous.
that. That is a tell. That's,
That one really gets me. That one's gonna get me every time. I like that one.
Don't play poker with that one. No.
My cunt has tenure.
Your guy has tenure, people. You cannot, even with a violation, you're gonna have to take that to the union.
My cunt
I'm sitting here
has an
thinking of her-
echo.
I'm sitting here
was it?
thinking of her cunt as a professor at a university that has
Yes.
tenure. It's wearing a
Yes,
bow
it's a-
tie and
Yeah.
it has a suit that has the leather elbow patches.
It's a more respected older
My
cunt.
cunt is older than Betty White's denture.
Yeah. You got one more in you. Just for the road. Please make it a good one.
I'd rather gargle his balls than pay rent.
Okay. I think you just described every woman. Hey-o. Just kidding, Electra. Anyway, people, that's a little cunts and coffee with Blue Iris to wake up Luigi. Luigi, are you?
I'm fully awake now.
Does it work?
It works. It works
All
every
right.
time.
That's right. We're copyrighting that show. We're doing that show. Just got to get the AI voices back. We're in a bit of a negotiation. Us Hack Right Studios and the AI voices. We were sort of the first to use them, and I like to bring that up a lot, and they don't seem to care. So they're like, no, it's $10 million. And I'm like, but we used it first. And they're like, extra $20. I'm like, God damn it. I'm the bad negotiator. Anyway, enough with that nonsense. Are we ready to get into some Eric?
Hey, I want to tell you real quick before we do, that whistling video that you found, I have looked for that for a long time, and I cannot believe you just randomly found it. That is one of my favorite Eric moments.
I think we should watch it again together. We never usually watch these together, but I think that one's kind of worth watching again, just because the look on his eyes as he's whistling is fascinating.
They bulge out of his head, but that's one of my favorite moments because the aftermath of that was that that was while Howard was doing America's Got Talent, and he was trying to show off for Howard, and Howard wasn't impressed, and it pissed Eric off.
Yeah.
I can't believe you found that.
Yeah, this was supposed to be the talent that Eric had that was going to shoot him to the moon.
Wow.
Copyright song be damned. Watch his eyes.
Will you demonstrate your whistling prowess tonight?
Yes.
When are you going to do that, Eric?
When...
You want to do it now?
So cheeky.
Yeah, let me get a
naughty
little more
boy.
water, please.
Oh my God. Hide those hands. Watch his goddamn eyes bug out of his fucking.
There's so many thumbnails with that image of Eric.
Yeah, and the recording is Skippy. It wasn't our Evie Mux, although no, Evie Mux is great. Thank you. We love Evie Mux.
What is that? Taylor Swift?
Some awful, yes. But watch these eyes here. Right here.
I'm so proud.
You can take me down.
That one right there.
That okay? I'm not kidding you. Like I don't know if they still are, but so many of those channels that just clip, Eric and Howard Stern.
Yeah, that's
use this as a thumbnail for hundreds of videos.
This is the one. This is the chosen picture. This is the one.
Wow.
Yeah, you know how we use the Eric in the San Francisco hat, like posing sexy? That's my picture that I love, because I mean, my God. But yes, look at those eyes. Bulge out as he sees things like amazing. And so yes, the whistling. I'll send that to you privately, so you'll have that for yourself.
Ah, thank you.
I also put the Blue Iris special in the drive as well, Luigi, for you, so you can have that. Make sure you go become a member and go check out the Blue Iris special. It might be the best thing anyone's ever done ever.
It is the most eye-opening, if not the greatest thing. It is at least the most eye-opening thing you will ever watch.
Greatest thing ever. Yeah. And that son of hers, if he would have lived, oh my God, what a magical man that was. And the dwarves are here and the elves are here.
I recently listened to her first appearance on Howard, and she talks about a son who had AIDS, and I don't know if that's the one though. I wonder if she had more than one son.
Maybe that's what the gnomes were.
Yeah, but do you remember that? She was like, I have a son who has AIDS, and they were like, oh, really? They thought she was making a joke, and she's like, no, really, I do. And it like just kind of ruined the mood. They're like, oh, well, this isn't funny anymore.
No, that often brings it down. But
often
does. But are we ready? Well, thank God, DJ Electra, you made it here. Your tech worked, because it's time, people, for the call recap. Are you ready, Electra?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
All right, everyone, you guys sound so great. You got new microphones, new sound cards. It's people. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let me get this ready here. Electra, are you ready for the call recap? This is when we recap last week's calls from Eric, the actor, the Howard Stern Show, in an enjoyable manner.
Okay.
Here we go.
Recap calls 170, 173, ETM, Johnny, and Christine. What? Christine had to go to school in the next town over. 5 years, no girlfriend for ETM. Johnny may have bought ETM a girlfriend. ETM boycotts reading Dougie the Puggy. ETM says he's in love. J.K. Rowling's. Natural
Rawlings.
34.
It's a joke.
Double D.
It's a good joke.
Double D seeing them on cam. Smacky Shack gets a plug. Christine is on the phone. ETM flips. Will read Dougie the Puggy. ETM wrote 2 scripts. Family adult. The book is boring as fuck. Judith Reagan calls in. Eric lost his final draft. ETM may have assaulted a girl online. ETM hates Shatner. Susan.
Do you guys hear that, or is it just me?
What was it?
Okay, it's just me. Hold on 1 second.
I did hear a little pop there.
Yeah. Now we hear nothing.
What happened?
I don't know. Casey, we don't hear you. No hear you. Nope.
No.
Nada.
Hey, we got a super chat.
Yay! A super chat from Joe Black.
Thank you for the $2. Skull.
Casey will be right back.
143.
We've been having amazing, fun tech stuff this morning, so he'll be right back. But thank you, Joe Black. That's awesome.
Yeah, right, Fern Dog. Watch him fart on the mic. There you are.
Hey.
Hey! So I heard a giant buzzing. It must have been my sound card. I think what I got going on here is my sound card. And I was just saying, our sound is amazing. Isn't everything going well? And then boom. People don't do that. That is...
Never say that.
Never. Now, hold on 1 second. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're doing it.
Yay. What are we
All
doing?
right. Hey. All right. So let's finish that. Where were you?
I did finish it.
Oh, she finished it, people. She finished it. I was kicked out. But the thing that I remember most that stuck in my crawl, this motherfucker wrote 2 versions of Dougie the Puggy, an adult version and a kid's version.
Supposedly.
What? That makes no fucking sense. And he read the kids' version on Howard Stern. 2 things that I would... This is why, if Eric were alive, that might be the first question I ask him. He comes back, and we're all just like, oh, my God, he's back. Eric, why were there 2 versions of Dougie the Buggy? And please, go into detail. And so, yes, that was...
Because one had porn stars.
Well, that's true. But why didn't you read that one on the Howard Stern show? You get my point. You get my,
I get your point, but we'll never have a solid answer when it comes to Eric.
Hey, did you guys see that there's a super chat in there?
We did.
Yeah,
we read
it.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, thanks, Joe Black. I didn't get a chance because I was in audio hell. Skull back at you. All right, you guys ready for some calls? Let's hope this works.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, we start today with some hate mail, which we often do with Eric. It's a common
Not Eric.
place to start. And so, people, here's some unboxing Eric.
Hey, you know who supports the writer's strike?
Who?
Eric the Midget, because he's written a book now. And
Oh, so he's striking too?
Eric.
He's picketing, but you can't see the sign. It's too low.
Eric, you support the...
Yeah, your ass is bigger than a sign, isn't it?
Did you just write that joke now? Because you can't use it.
You can't write, yeah.
Right. Go on strike.
Are you on strike yet? I mean, Eric?
Yeah.
You won't be writing?
No, I won't be writing anymore for, this script, so I'll hold off until after the strike's over.
Yeah, but Eric, you're not understanding what the strike's about. In other words, you could write the script because you're not writing
to the union.
Yeah, you're not also writing it for anyone. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you wrote it and then waited to sell
Dust
it
in the wind.
after
Dust
the
in
strike,
wind.
that's fine.
Other people have to see or hear what you write.
Right.
Yeah, barely anybody saw what you write, that stupid beer league movie.
You've clearly seen it and you enjoyed it. I've got several emails from you.
Did he write emails saying he enjoyed it?
I don't know.
I haven't emailed you about that shit.
No, because you're busy emailing every fucking chick you're stalking.
Oh, whatever, fat ass.
I like that Eric's not writing, but it's irrelevant because...
Well, he's throwing his support.
Now, if the asshole struck, then you'd have something there.
Like, even writers are probably writing, like they're writing their own individual scripts and stuff for the...
Right.
They'd be smart to be doing that, actually.
Absolutely. Be ready to go as soon as the strike is over.
Yeah.
Writing books.
Here's a question, though. Why aren't you and Artie supporting them? Because you wrote Beer League, fat ass, and then Stern, you wrote either
I wrote books.
thing.
I'm supporting them.
We support them.
Why would we?
Our show isn't a Writers Guild show, that kind of
Why
show.
is that funny? Why is it funny to hear him just say, without actually trying to insult him, just referring to Artie as fat ass? Hey, you wrote Beer League, fat ass.
Calling him out as scabs.
I don't know why that's funnier than if you were just screaming at him.
He's a union guy, Eric. He's like, why aren't you with the union? Why aren't you protesting? You know,
He doesn't
Artie,
want to
by the
be
way,
accused of being a scab.
Electra also Artie, former longshoreman. If you didn't know that about him, so
I
he
didn't.
was, yeah. So he was in a great union and had a great job.
Yeah.
And was like, I want to go do this comedy thing. And all his buddies in the longshore, this is Artie's story. All the buddies in the longshoremen were like, "Are you fucking insane? You make like $40 an hour. You sit on your ass. You get 5-hour lunch breaks. What are you doing?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna do this comedy thing." And it worked out for him until it didn't. So, but I saw a picture of Artie up on stage doing comedy. Maybe I don't know where I saw it.
I saw that too, and I wasn't sure if I believed it was a new.
AI is gonna fuck our brains over. We're gonna be like, Artie's back, and it's AI. God damn it.
Function is not as a writer on this show.
Don't you two belong to it because of
No.
the fact that you?
No, the Writers Guild won't have me. The Writers Guild won't have me. I didn't write a movie. I wrote the book.
You didn't write the screenplay?
No. A guy named Lenny Bloom did.
Oh. I thought you wrote the screenplay part of it too.
Yeah.
No, but I do support the writers.
You support them like Alan. You're not standing on the spot where you do your monologue.
Right. I'm sitting on my chair.
Actually, yeah.
A quick hello to our fun police. We don't have moderators because that's what they do. It's like saying, you catch fish. You're a fisherman. They're fun police. So I just want to say hi. I'm seeing them in chat. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hello, fun police.
What do you think of Amelie Eric? I think it works.
It works, oddly.
He has that sweet, innocent, girl-like charm, French girl charm. Anyway.
I thought about going, in all seriousness, because since my longshoreman days, I've been a big union guy, and I thought about going to a picket line. Yeah, definitely, because
I wish we had the kind of show that could go on strike.
Right.
Because believe me, I don't want to be here.
I know, one of my friends
please,
wrote
you
me.
take enough breaks as it is.
Yeah, I want more. I would love a strike.
One of my friends wrote me and said, are you guys going out on strike? I said, we don't have writers.
We would.
They said, hire some now so you can get the break.
It's weird. I definitely wanted to do it because I am in the Writers Guild. I've been in for
you?
Oh, yeah, sure. I've been in for a long time because I had writers credits on Mad TV and everything. And it's an amazing union. You get great benefits. So I may hit a picket line there.
Yeah.
Number one way to get puss in L.A., being a fake member of the Writers Guild. Yeah, well, I wrote RoboCop 3. And then
RoboCop 3 was great.
Get with the sucking.
I might hit it.
Well, you know what? If we were smart, we'd get in the news by going out there with donuts and stuff.
No, I think we should. I think we should just not do our show in support of the writer's strike.
There you go. That's a great.
Isn't that what you're doing next week?
Yes, next week we'll be supporting the writers.
We're supporting the writers.
You're right, Eric. Thank you for that. Yes.
That's a great point.
Yeah, next week we'll be supporting the writers. All right, Eric, thanks.
Particularly the writers who, help the pilgrim.
Bell works. Look at that.
I just thought of also, and it's funny because, I think that some of us, lose track of of hearing this so constantly, but want to point out that this is a guy who constantly says he hates Howard, hates the show, doesn't get it, doesn't get the comedy, but is saying you're taking too much time off. You should be working more to provide your audience with more entertainment. I feel like sometimes that gets lost in the mix of frequently listening to this. Just want to remind the audience that that's what's going on there.
Eric lived on hate listen. I think that's really the thing that we learn about him. He also loved, so he was an equal opportunity. He loved Idol. He loved the things he loved, but he needed to fill that other part of him, the things that he hated. I think that maybe it's just a metaphor for all of us. Do you listen, Electra or Luigi? Do you listen to shows or watch shows that you actively hate? The broadcaster or...
I do not.
I don't.
Really? Not even Stuttering John over there, Luigi.
I got all my Stuttering John clips from Uncle Rico. Could not stand the show.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Muslims and the Indians give
I have so many. That's all I do. I'm a grief eater. What can I say?
thanks.
Right.
Also, for your information, and just
American Dream. I could watch forever on a loop. That is the most underrated channel on YouTube. American Dream. Go find it somewhere. I think it's American Dream.
Well, tell us, what is it?
It's a
I don't even know what it
gentleman.
is.
I learned of him when he put a cucumber in his butthole on Wendy's channel.
That's all you had to say. I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's him.
I'm like,
You
this
got
man
me.
fascinates me. Let me check into him more. And he's addicted to kratom. He has these little dogs. He was a bodybuilder, but those days are over. He looks like Mo Johnson, our fucking character, his hair and everything, his beard. And he's in and out of jail. He's trying to get sober. He's trying to get a job. It's like you're living the life with him. And it's fucking amazing. I love the dude.
He wears a Indian headdress.
He wears an Indian headdress. He has
And
a
a
wife.
thong.
His wife is like a monster. It's amazing. He lives with a monster. But he like abuses the monster sometimes. That's why he goes to jail sometimes.
That's
But
also
she,
bad.
it is.
Oh, you talked about this guy on Catch 22, right?
Yeah.
You're an
Yes, I
She called him
remember
an
this
animal.
guy.
You're an
Okay,
animal.
You're an animal.
Bullshit.
That's it. Bullshit. Yeah,
I
love
remember
American
this
Dream.
guy. Yes.
Yeah. So yes, I wouldn't have I probably would have a beer with him, but I'm saying I wouldn't invite him over to hang out with the kiddies. Although he's pretty good with animals. Dream, get over here. All right. Anyway, back to Eric.
just so you know, Johnny did not write a single word of either of those scripts.
All right.
Those came
Oh, he does have the greatest sound drop ever.
You know what? If you don't like me, fuck you!
I remember that one.
That's a way of living.
completely from me, and the reason why they had better grammar and spelling than I usually write is because the fact that they were edited by my friend Courtney.
All right. Sounds like a lot of work as you're going into those scripts.
Now we got a new lady friend that we
Also sounds like a rehearsed answer, Eric.
Let me read. Oh, hold on. Did I read this sentence?
Scripts by a lot of hardworking people. And Eric is announcing that he will not write.
Well,
until-
I'm sure you'll hear from the writers.
Lou, do you want to say hi to Eric? Go ahead. Lou? There was someone on the phone for you, but he appears to have hung up. Hansy, go ahead. Hansy, you're on the air.
What's going on, Eric?
Hansy.
Yo, what's it called? I would like to buy your script for like $1.5 million, man.
Electra, I think we've talked about Hansy before, but this gentleman lived in his basement in his parents' home in Canada, I believe. So
in
he's
Toronto, yes.
yeah, way ahead of the YouTube. He was a YouTuber before YouTube. I mean, he was Mr. Discord. And then he, what often happens to these neck-bearded types, he went insane. He might have
He was
threatened to murder.
Yeah, he was a delusional schizophrenic.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you, if you're schizophrenic, this is not science. Well, this is science, but if you blinded yourself, you would no longer be a schizophrenic. There's never been one case of schizophrenic in a blind person. So if you're it's an option.
Yeah, I actually loved Hansy because there was this weird dynamic that they had that was funny, where they were able to actually play along. And for a while, I thought Hansy was self-aware of the delusion. And I would laugh, and I was like, this is hilarious. This is so funny. And then one day it just stopped being funny. And I was like, oh, this guy is really, really insane. Like, he has problems, and he's possibly a danger to people.
It was a lot of I'm talking to the TV that was fun. And then it was I'm talking to the TV and it's no fun anymore. So it was like when it wasn't Howard that was talking through the TV, it was fun. Yeah. But when it was Howard talking through, okay, now you got to go, buddy.
When he said, I know that you've been talking to my parents and you've been plotting against me, I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah, Gary, let's
bad.
lose that number. Let's lose that. We can find, these guys are a dime a dozen in Toronto.
Sure, right. No, seriously.
Hansy, don't you want to read it first?
Nah, it's a winner, man. Trust me.
I'm telling you, if you turned it into a movie,
he's being hilarious.
I would go see it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Eric, just,
Hey, why don't we get Eric's script and turn it into, you don't know one's ever going to buy it. Why don't we just get it and let the next...
These ideas make me mad. All these ideas they have are great ideas they never did. God damn it.
Big, On Howard TV right now, we're running the Miss Howard Stern, reality series, and everyone's really digging that.
It must be a hit, yeah.
Which I've seen a lot of now, and it is great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And the next big project could be we get Eric's script and we produce it. We get real actors. And then we show it.
I mean, held big auditions and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. That'd be great.
For longtime Stern fans, this sets us on the path towards Taxi Driver. Yeah. So we start dancing around all these ideas, and they're like, well, what about Eric and like The Godfather? And then obviously you can see how that leap in the future is going to be made, where they go, hey, what about Eric as Taxi Driver? Which is, by the way, the perfect role for Eric. If you really think about that movie and Eric in it, it would have been perfect for him.
Goddamn. And then it was also even going to have a very talented writer.
Yeah, and
Colin Quinn.
Writer-director, yeah.
What do you think, Eric?
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I'm trying to write these two scripts so I could be in kind of.
Yeah, you could be in it. No, but
nobody would say says you can't be in it.
Give me the premise of both scripts, like just a little short outline, not a whole big thing, like just in one sentence. What's script one about?
Well, one of them is based on the thing the relationship that I want to have with the girl Christine that I met on.
Is it a love story?
Yes.
And do you want the actual Christine, but an actress to play Christine?
I'm thinking about it now. Eric went about this like the exact what I'm saying. Like, so in Hollywood, you just walk into a bar and you're like, yeah, I wrote Look Who's Talking To. Eric, to meet that girl, wanted to write and film Look Who's Talking To, and then use that to go in the bar and be like, look at this actual film I made.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand that you could just fake it. He's doing it backwards, Eric, for pussy. You're working way too hard for pussy. You're making the film to get the pussy.
He was very honest. He wanted to appease his own conscience and not have to lie about it.
No, just be full of bullshit, man.
Bullshit.
Just be full of it.
Nancy, what are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, man.
Because think about it. He's making these movies to meet these women, to start relationships with these women. That's his plan. That's never been done. Maybe Leonardo DiCaprio? Like, think about it. That's never been done in the history. Who else has done that? Kevin Spacey, maybe. Who else is, going into a movie knowing that's going to be my lady?
I don't know.
That's the whole reason this movie's being made.
Steven Seagal, but it didn't turn out the exact same way.
That's a good one. But if he banged that chick in that cake one time, that's a W. That's a W.
No, do you want the actual Christine to play herself, or would you?
Or do you want Diana DeGarmo to play her?
No, Diana would be playing herself in the story.
Oh.
I don't know that I could get Diana DeGarmo, but what I'm saying is, like in private...
All the women I really want to fuck will have to play themselves, so people will know that I got them.
Parts, I didn't have my actual wife play my wife. I got, an actress to play my wife.
I realize that.
Yeah, so I'm saying I'll put you in it if you're that good. But since, and you'll be the leading guy,
right.
And then we'll get someone to play your love interest. You name, I don't know who I'll get as an actress.
Who could play Eric better than Eric?
Valderrama. Yeah, right.
All right, Eric, so you're Eric. We'll try. You don't want the real Christine. You want to get
an actress. You want this to be good, right?
Like maybe I'll get Jennifer Garner or somebody.
Depending upon her scheduling, I would want to have the real Christine.
Yeah, but don't you want this to be a good movie?
Yeah,
Eric?
you got to. You know what it is? In Private Parts, I knew I wasn't an actor, but if I surrounded myself with actors, it would be good. So I got to get you real actors.
Well, there will be some in it,
but Christina's part, I imagine, is a major part.
Right.
Right.
So you can't have two non-actors in major roles.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So the first script is about you and Christine. What's the second one about?
The second one, Diana would play a bigger part in it. It's the one where she plays the daughter of a mob boss, and she's in nursing training that I meet.
He has a thing for nurses, Electra. I'm telling you, if Eric was still around, tits and nursing, you would be.
I was going to say big-breasted nurses.
Yeah. Hey, top 5 favorite people of all time. He didn't even know you, but it would be. Guaranteed.
In the hospital, because I'm in the...
I like the first one better already. I'm confused by the second one.
Too complicated.
Yeah, well, we'll go with the first one. Sounds easy. I just need a simple love story.
Right.
Hey, Doug, you think we could get some budget together for something like this? This would be a major undertaking. The Eric the Midget movie.
How many people would you say are in the cast, Eric?
Yeah, I don't need a Ben-Hur type situation where I'm, casting thousands of extras. There isn't any big...
How much funding do you think the Eric the Midget the movie could get now? Crowdfunded? I mean, you could probably find $1 million out there for the Eric movie.
What is that picture?
What do you mean? It's a great picture. I think he's transforming it into from Marvel
whistling.
phase. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what that one is.
Scene where, there's a whole stadium full of people.
If you can name this picture, you win a prize. Luigi will send you his micropene. Okay, that too.
Cheering you on or anything, isn't it?
I am Eric the Midget.
Well, hold on, Doug, yeah?
I say we give him a shot.
You would give him a shot.
We'll put a budget together.
And you got a filmmaker who can actually direct this thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, over the weekend I got contacted. I'm looking at my stuff that I have.
You're excited, you little prick.
What? Eric?
Wait, Doug, what are you talking over him? I got to hear every gem that this kid's got to say. What is it, Eric?
I'm looking at the stuff I have on my computer, and I remember that somebody actually contacted me over the week and interested in publishing the Dougie story.
Oh, really?
No, well.
So a troll got through. It's a troll got through the phone.
Hell, I'll make a movie out of that one.
Yeah.
The Dougie story.
We'll do something. We'll definitely.
All right, so we're talking about Eric. We don't need a leading lady.
And who else, Eric?
Well, the website Stickum, the people on there that play a part in the story.
You know who you remind me of? Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. This is how they got their start.
That's what I was about to say to you when you were trying to say that you'd find actors to be in the movie. I'm like thinking to myself, wait a minute, I'm trying to write these to give myself.
Right, well, you're in.
Well, you're in.
You're the leading guy. We know that.
You're kidding, Eric.
But we're trying to determine how big the cast has to be, and you won't give us any numbers.
Yeah, work with us.
Hansy, what is it?
If Eric agrees to do this, will he actually do it, or is he going to pull away like the balloons incident again?
Oh, why wouldn't he do it? I mean, this is about
Hansy.
Good question. Good question. And at any point, has Eric mentioned that we've listened to friends or family being in this movie? It's all about him, right? Him and Diana, or him and he has never mentioned, I want my mom in the movie, right?
Yeah, him and a love interest.
Right. Just keep that in mind, people. I know I'm foreshadowing here, but he's going to come back and say this history is totally different than it is.
As good as it gets for him.
He might get angry at us and then pull out, but he'll come back in just like he did with Dougie the Puggy. He'll realize he's cutting his own throat.
He might make more demands and all that.
Well, if you're temperamental on the set, Eric, I'm not putting up with it right now. I'll tell you that.
Right.
We understand the artistic temperament, but this is ridiculous.
I expect you to act professionally.
Right.
Eric, do you have an estimated budget?
Oh, please.
He doesn't know.
I'm
He's
still
just a
trying to
writer.
determine how many people. He doesn't even know that.
Doug, that's your area when you come up with a budget.
I just want to get an idea if he has.
Yeah, but I want this shot well on locations. I need a real direct.
$8,480. If we don't have craft services. How would Eric have any idea what any of this would cost?
0, but that's not going to stop him from asking.
Yeah, I mean, mommy and daddy flipped the bill. He literally probably has zero idea of like money and what money is and how much money and things cost.
Let's keep in mind when he talked about possibly being CEO for TNA Wrestling, he was going to offer the former owners discounts on food items at live events.
I think it's a good plan. It's like that no tax on tip. It just sounds good. I like it.
I've never forgotten that one. That was my favorite negotiation.
How about the U.S. Congress just passed a stripper bill? Like no tax on tips, but only cash tips. Who in the fuck in the world gets cash tips in this country except strippers now? So we just passed a stripper bill. That's amazing. We got to keep these strippers employed, baby. I like it. America. Fuck you.
Director.
We'll do it.
And I think, Eric, when we look through the script, we'll find ways of doing certain things without actually having to have people.
Do you think strippers had a lobbyist?
A lot of them. And they give the best blowjobs in Washington. I mean, hey. Think about that. They lobby where they do they multitask. They lobby where they do other work. By the way, can you pass HB 212? Really helps our girls out. And go ahead and throw your
finish.
Go ahead and throw your wadded up ones at my asshole. Thank you. Thank you, Senator.
People there.
Maybe we could call in some chits with our friends. You got like, do you have a buddy in this movie?
Well, he has his caretaker, right?
Oh, I could get David Spade to play that. Pretty sure. I could probably get Jimmy Kimmel and Sarah Silverman, too, to play something.
I think they'd be in.
I think they'd be in. I think I'd get Spade.
Stamos?
I could probably get John Stamos.
Well, then Christina's leaving him for John Stamos, don't you think?
No. No.
Listen to all these celebrity friends you had then, Howard. You didn't need to go A-list. These were good enough. David Spade, Sarah Silverman, John Stamos, Lisa Lampanelli. Come on. Did you really need the A-listers? Come on. I mean,
they weren't who Eric wanted.
But we often make like a distinction, like Howard's time now with like Jennifer Aniston versus his time back then with High Pitch Eric. He had celebrities back then too that were friends, and like toss them all aside for fucking these douchebag A-listers. I'm spicy because of this tech today. I'm sorry.
And we're gonna get an actress.
Remember, he's friends with Ellen DeGeneres and Rosie O'Donnell, like all the people he used to be enemies with.
Yeah. I mean,
he could have put them in Eric's movie.
Yeah, exactly. Now there we go. Eric would be so happy. Oh, holy shit! We haven't thought about this. How much would Eric love today's version of Howard Stern?
Oh my God!
It's custom built for Eric. Did Eric from the grave absorb into Howard at one point? Like, through osmosis, and now it's Access Hollywood. Eric may have done it. We have to find out the exact time of death of Eric and when Howard's show died as well, and correlate those dates.
That's really interesting. I have not thought about that.
Yeah, Eric would call the show today and be like, "Oh, who is on today? Oh, we get the same celebrity for the 50th time." Nice.
He would turn into Bobo. Yeah, how you doing there, Howard? I have a question.
Ooh. And then, he would love that part, but then he'd be like, this is the gay parts now are gayer than anything you ever did, with no context around it. Just all right. Now that was a great interview from the President of the United States. All right, now self-fellatio from Sal and Richard. It's just a weird turn. Now it doesn't make sense. So Eric wouldn't like that part. But he would love the celebrity aspect of Stern now. Anyway.
John Stamos can play Diana DeGarmo.
Throw Archie in there.
He's cute
pretty
enough.
Yeah, just put a wig on him.
You need a shave.
No, I mean, I could get...
anything I like.
I'm being realistic. I could probably either get Sarah Silverman or Lisa Lampanelli to play the female.
His love interest?
That's right.
But you'd have to insult you. You got to write for your strong points of your actors.
No, he wants a cute chick. I'm going to get either Sarah or who else do we know that we did? I could probably get you Melissa Gilbert.
Melissa Gilbert would be good.
She's a fine actress.
Tori Spelling.
Does Jillian Grace do any acting?
I could get Tori Spelling.
Tori Spelling?
What do you...
Well, I might be wrong. If we're down to Tori Spelling already, then...
Is Jillian Grace, is that a porn star? It sounds like a porn star.
No, Jillian Grace was a woman who came in to be evaluated for Playboy. Artie said, don't go to Hollywood and fuck Pauly Shore or David Spade. She went to Hollywood, got impregnated by David Spade, and is David Spade's baby's mama. So that is Jillian Grace's story.
All right.
What do you think of Tori Spelling as your love interest?
That'd be a good choice.
All right.
All right.
She's got big titties.
Hold on. Big West Wing fan over here, I think.
Dylan just brought up Tori Spelling as Donna. So what if we reenact 90210, but Eric is Ray Pruitt? I think we got a winner.
I was thinking of Donna from The West Wing because I
don't know who that is.
It's the secretary that kind of looks like Eric, like a blonde, weird-faced secretary. I mean, she's got hot bud. I'm a big Donna body fan.
Of Tori Spelling.
All right, good. I'll see if I can get her. I could probably get China.
I I noticed she actually legally changed her name to that now.
Yeah, did you see that? Did you see the reports on the news? China now?
She took the name China.
All right, Eric, we'll run with this thing, hopefully. You know, I can't make any promises, but get that script done. How many pages is it?
I don't know, because I just started on the outline, but...
Wait a minute, Howard.
I'm just trying to get a page.
Yeah, but what is the usual page count?
The usual page count is 90, but Eric, try to keep it to 30 pages. Let's do a mini movie,
short
okay?
Movie. It's a short film, actually. Yeah, absolutely.
With a short act.
Yeah.
Can you do 30 pages and not 90?
I don't know, maybe.
All right, get to work.
You're the writer. We have decided we can do a script of 30 pages.
I never really thought about how a 90-page, like, great books are like 4,000 or 5,000 page books, and a script is 90 pages. You got to fit all that into such a small amount of writing. It really is like good movies are like Beatles songs, just the good stuff. Hello? Is this thing on?
I'm trying to follow what you're saying. I don't think I understand.
I don't either.
I was literally lost in trying to
Who
evaluate
cares?
what you said.
Meet the demand.
Hey, wait, I got good news. Scarlett Johansson's on the phone. Says she wants to be in the film. Hold on.
Oh, Scojo!
Mr. Johansson?
Hi, Howard.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm hearing about this movie. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, well, you would be the leading woman.
That would be amazing.
Eric?
Eric, do you think this is possible? Do I need to audition? Or?
Eric, this woman has worked with Woody Allen.
Eric?
I'm here.
Well, what's the deal now? What do I need to do to get in this movie?
Well, actually, it would help to be the real Scarlett instead of Richard.
Are you not Scarlett Johansson?
Oh, absolutely. I worked with Woody Allen.
Hey, hold on. Casey, I don't think you know this. Eric can tell voices. Do you know that?
Hold on. I'm putting my dick back in my pants. I thought we were talking to Scojo. I was having myself a moment with my meat. Well, are you telling me this is a man?
Well, Eric has made it very clear that he can tell voices. and even though all the rest of us are fooled by this, let's see if Eric can actually demonstrate his ability to tell voices.
When God took away 90% of his body and senses, they gave him super hearing. So he could hear voices and discern them better than the normal man.
Ear.
Yeah.
Alan, I've dated lots of stars. This is Scarlett Johansson.
Well, all right, we'll get in touch with you.
Well, if she knows those two things, it's got to be her.
She knows Benicio del Toro, right?
Right. I could probably get Benicio del Toro to be in this.
Yeah.
And
How about Liam Neeson?
I don't think I could get him.
You know him.
I know him a little bit.
You don't know him that well?
I know his wife.
His career was doing too well back then. Now he's doing Naked Gun. So now, yes, you can get him.
If a little.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I just thought about something. Remember the show with Warwick Davis, Life's Too Short?
Yes.
And they got Liam Neeson to do a guest appearance.
You can't say no. Yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah.
This could have happened.
Oh, of course it could have happened. They sent pictures to the agent of Eric and his plight. Of course, and Howard's involved. So A, you get publicity. B, you get publicity. C, you get publicity. Like, everyone would have been involved with this. They really dropped the ball. It makes me angry, actually, to think about, because he's no longer with us. We don't have it anymore. But you know what we do have? We have AI. And so eventually, Eric movie will be made. You know this to be true. Someone will make the Eric movie with AI and voices and stuff.
You know what I would love to see as I'm sitting here just dwelling on the unlimited possibilities of what we can do? Do you remember, why am I asking you if you remember, the Hackride Studios teaching series?
No, who's that?
What if we could create an AI version of Liam Neeson teaching Eric the Midget how to be a better actor?
Oh, bring in different actors. Teaching Eric the actor, teaching Eric the actor. Teaching Eric to act with assorted actors.
But Liam Neeson. I'm saying Liam Neeson is teaching Eric. But sure.
Liam Neeson could be one.
We'll be the first episode, and then next we'll have Kevin Spacey.
And a bodyguard for Eric. Yes. Let me ruminate on who we could also have there. We get a Jonathan Davis in there, teach him how to do some rat-tat-tat.
No, I will teach him.
Okay. What do you think, Electra? You like that? Blink twice if you're alive.
Yeah, I think that sounds fun.
Okay, she's alive, people.
Well, but I could probably get Natasha Richardson out.
She'd be a great love-in.
Yeah. I could probably get that chick from Weeds, too.
Ooh, that didn't age well.
What's it, Mary Louise Parker?
You know who I could get probably for this film?
Although, technically probably easy to get. Just got to have a shovel hand.
Toby Maguire. He's done the show a few times.
Oh, he should play Eric.
No, Eric's playing Eric.
Toby Maguire.
Well, he's going to be the sidekick, Eric's sidekick?
Yep.
Yeah, enough of this you're on strike bullshit. Right?
Yeah, get to work.
Yeah,
You got to write your script. 30 pages.
If we're going to do this, I got to start shooting immediately.
So you got to think editing all the time.
Yeah, just knock out 30 pages tonight. We'll start shooting tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
I'm
No,
talking
start
about
to work.
I'm fast tracking this project.
You've got a call time of 7.
What are you doing still on the phone? You got work to do.
And I'll help you with the script.
You're going to direct? Are you directing, Howard, or are we giving it to
Oh, I'm not directing.
We are in our West Wing series. That's clearly
okay.
Toby, the communications director for the Bartlett administration. By the way, go check if you haven't seen West Wing, people. What a time to be alive.
You know, I have heard that it is a good show.
It's amazing.
When it was on, I always thought of it as like pure cheese. But it's funny that like something like took an incredibly different turn, because I always thought it was like a placating old people in a retirement home type of show, like Matlock or something. And then later learning, oh my God, it's a brilliant show. And I was like, oh really? I always just had this impression in my mind that it was just goofball nonsense.
There is a difference between season like 1 through 4 and then the rest of the series, because Aaron Sorkin leaves the series, and so you still have a great. It turns more into like ER, because that was the same producer at the time, so it feels more like ER episodes. But the first 4 seasons has some of the best writing in the history of television. Just like as they're walking through the halls, just the dumb shit they talk about is just Aaron Sorkin high on mushrooms writing some of the greatest dialogue that's ever been written. And so, yeah, and it's idealized politics, which is the best way to have politics, because they suck in real life. So you can have these like moments that are like, oh, you feel great about your country and all this shit, and it's like, oh, that's where that exists in fiction. Okay. So it's a good show to go and watch. Like, theoretically, this is how we should all act towards each other. But the writing is really why you go watch The West Wing.
We should make our own like West Wing at Hackride Studios.
Mm-hmm. And just what position do you believe that you would take?
I don't know. I didn't ever watch the show. Well, I'm Rob Lowe. That's who I am. I'm Rob Lowe.
Oh,
how's that?
God damn, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. You know what Rob Lowe has done?
My cunt has tenure.
No, not Rob. God damn it, wrong one.
Rob Lowe had sex with Blue Iris.
No,
never had cum in my beard.
Rob Lowe has had a bunch of cum on his beard. Is what I was trying to say. God damn it! All right, let's move on.
All right.
No.
Coppola.
Mark Coppola.
Mark Coppola. It's a Coppola, all right.
Right. I could get Toby Maguire to play the cop who arrests Eric for harassment.
Sorry to stop, but it does remind me, Mark Coppola there, of Tim and Eric do this thing where they get like famous people's cousins that kind of look like them. And it's like they have Martin Sheen's like cousin, and it kind of looks like him. It's fucking hilarious. And so,
no. Joe Estevez is Martin Sheen's brother.
Yeah. Sorry, but they put him in like roles that would be for Martin Sheen.
Right.
It's very funny. It's where I got the idea for William Shatner for Bill and Boney. Anyway.
Get that Spider-Man outfit.
Officer Maguire.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Officer Toby Maguire. I'm here to arrest you.
Take care.
Ooh, Toby, and there's a Toby on the screen.
Kids.
All right, Eric, get to work. You got your work cut out for you.
Got your marching orders.
Strike Schmike. You're working. Get to work.
Start writing, stupid.
Whatever, fat ass.
Thank you, Eric.
Has your ass gotten so big you haven't fit through the door yet?
Don't waste your time goofing on him.
Right. Stop writing for Artie.
Put some of those jokes in there, though. That might work.
Thank you.
You could say that to Kelly Clarkson.
Thank you, Eric.
Maybe that should be someone I might be seeing this week. She's coming to the area.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, a lot of people are seeing her the way you're seeing her.
Yeah.
You're seeing her the way.
That's the weird thing is, it's okay to say this stuff. He says it with such pride, which is what creeps everyone out. And he'll never understand that. He'll never get it.
Millions are saying it. Daphne,
Yes?
you're on the air.
Oh, I am. That was so quick. Oh, my God. I was on hold for half a minute. See?
See?
Possible.
Miracles
Dream,
happen.
yes. You have to make this movie, Howard.
Oh, we're going to.
Okay, good. There's not one of these things where you say you're going to do it and you never do it.
No. If Eric writes the script, I'm going to get to work on it.
Okay, Eric, you got to do this.
But like the actors are saying in Hollywood, we are handicapped without our writer.
But he understands that he can write. Well,
He can write this.
Does he understand what you said before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. But you have to have. I would love anyway to have Dougie the Puggy make a special appearance in the.
What's that?
You think Robin was trying to set up a joke there? We're saying we're handicapped without our writers, and like just kind of waiting for someone to take the bait on making a handicap joke.
You got some foresight in you, because Robin, coming up, I've never heard her bomb a joke as bad as she does at the end of this.
Ooh.
So she just this is probably just a bad morning for Robin. I think I've picked up on it, and you will pick up on it again.
Script movie.
Well, it's up to Eric to write it.
Okay.
But Eric, I'm going to give you one bit of advice. Don't make it long and drawn out with all the talking. You got to... Action, too,
You don't write like you speak.
Dude, he writes pages and pages of dialogue. You got to,
That's why I said editing. You got to edit.
Eric, have you ever seen a real script?
Yeah, I've got a real script. I'm still hanging on to the American Dream script.
All right. Well,
Script writing for midgets? Something like that?
No, if you notice in the script, the dialogue parts are very, very short. They're very succinct.
No soliloquies,
Yeah.
But you know who has to
Shakespeare.
play Dougie the Puggy?
All right, thank you. Judith Regan is on the phone, the book
Oh, we got Judith Regan on the phone.
publisher. Yes, Judith?
That'd be good.
Hi, good morning, Eric.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
What do you want to do?
Yes, I just want to tell this little midget to shut the fuck up. Because I'm about to choke him with a fucking balloon.
What? Judith?
Wow.
You don't usually talk like that.
I know, but he's making me sick.
But it's high pitch.
Who's high pitched? This is Judith Regan. You little fucking midget.
Did the coffee go up the wrong pipe today?
No, it went up the right pipe.
Judith must be fasting again.
A little irritable.
Yeah, it's all that raw food.
Oh, raw food out of my ass this morning.
I thought you wanted to buy Eric's script.
No, I didn't want to.
You changed your mind?
And I changed my mind. I don't like the book so far.
All right, thank you.
If you can come up with a better script for tomorrow, I'll think about it.
All right, thank you, Judith.
Now I'm just thinking about Eric, like high pitch Eric, great job. Now he sits in that room and Vinny the lawyer starts fucking with him, like just a chain of locales.
Welcome. Have a good day.
All right, Eric, that's exciting. All right, thank you, Eric, and please get to work and let us know how soon we can begin shooting.
Right.
Thank you.
Now don't hold us up.
Okay.
We're ready
Get
to
to work.
go.
I'm being serious.
All right.
Thank you.
I hope to hear from Christine this afternoon.
All right, thank you.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He's writing the script so he can get laid.
That'll never happen. Just
But
like
It's like every other
is he
asshole in
already
Hollywood.
having trouble getting a hold of Christine? He's hoping to hear from her?
Yeah. He's lovesick, but once he starts acting, I'll have plenty of chicks on the set for him.
I think this oil spill that happened in San Francisco, because she's a member of the Coast Guard, I think she is having to spend her time helping them clean that up.
Oh.
Brian, you're on the air.
Wait. Does that mean that he's talking to someone who's ghosting him?
What an excuse. That is a Hall of Fame excuse if they are ghosting with, oh, there's this oil spill and I'm cleaning birds. I can't talk to you. Bravo.
But they didn't even say that. He's the one filling in the dots. He's like, well, she's in the Coast Guard and oil and... Wow. Oh, boy.
Eric.
I scoured the internet for disasters off the coast. There was a bird with oil on it. That's why she's not calling me.
What are you dealing with the enemy for? You're on strike.
Notice the strike went out the window. Strike Schmike. This guy's got to get started on his script.
He's crossing the picket line.
Yep.
You know what?
He's back at work.
He's every man for himself.
Call him a scab, if you will.
Actually...
Oh, he's an asshole midget.
Eric the Scab Midget.
I haven't
I get my hands on him.
What, Eric?
I haven't completely committed to anything.
You're not going to get this movie made unless you...
That should be a T-shirt, or put that on his gravestone. I haven't completely committed to anything. We know, Eric. You're on the fence. You are on the fencer. My God, Eric is the original on the fencer. You know, like, I watch your show. I like some parts. I don't like some. He's just an on the fence guy. Can't swing.
We do it now.
Yeah, I got to get...
oh, God. My brain is confusing issues. I don't know if we ever went on it, but there was the one time that they put him on the air with oh my God, I shouldn't even have brought this up. They put him on the air with two people who were competing for something, and they asked him who he voted for, and he said, well, she was nice to me, so I'll say her.
Yeah.
What was that? I'm trying to think of what that situation was, but no, he could never make a decision. He was always on the fence and always depended on who was nice to him, or who he liked, or who he wanted to,
or who he could get the most Pepsis out of,
or who yes. Man,
he had a long-term vision for his future, and if you could impact that long-term, you were ranked higher than, that's why Howard got put below other people, because Eric would look at his long-term future and be like, eventually I won't need Howard, and me and Kelly will be closer. So he would organize it in a weird way where Howard is clearly at the top, but he's not in Eric's mind. He's down below Kelly, down below these other people, because he has this long-term vision of his life and how it should be. And Howard isn't in the end of that vision, but Kelly is. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I just thought about is, of course, we've made dozens of connections between Eric and Stuttering John, but one that I don't think has ever been made is the transactional relationships. He will always like someone that can do something for Eric.
Yes.
I don't know that we've ever made that connection to the Stuttering John comparisons.
I can maybe think of one. So just one example, but then you could just put it back in my face of when he helped out that 13-year-old singer. Try to help out that 13-year-old singer, but at the same time, he actually thought she was good, and he was going to make a percentage off of this singer. So there was something in it for him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the closest I can get is a business transaction, which is still a transaction. So you're right. Transactional relationship, Eric. If you couldn't do for him, he had no time for you.
So much like John. It's really scary. Wow.
And I think Johnny Fratto picked up on that instinct and played it like a fiddle. Like that he understood, because he lived in LA, he understood that more than Eric could understand, that narcissistic ego. Like, in a way, Eric didn't understand himself. Johnny understood Eric. And so Johnny could lead him around with a little, just like, Eric, you don't even understand yourself. I got you, kid. I'm going to make you, a superstar. And he was mostly right with the stuff he did with Eric, I'd say, with Johnny.
But with Johnny's help brought that star out. It wasn't anything Eric could ever do on his own.
Eric is Pluto. He is a cold, dead, lifeless planet out in the middle of nothing. He needs to be near an object that warms him up and makes him. He's a reaction. He really is a straight man.
Or two big objects that warm him up.
Eric is yes, thank you. In the weirdest way, Eric is a straight man. Like, he's not the guy that's telling the joke. He's not. He looks like a football, but he's not the guy telling the joke. And so that's it. That's something that I've never really thought about. That Howard turns into the clown. Everyone with Eric
is the Abbott to the Costello.
Everyone has to be. So you have to be with Eric. You turn into that because Eric is just deaf. And so you're like, well, I better. We're on the radio, right, Howard? All right. Well, I better amp this up times 10 because this guy is deaf. And so it automatically turns Eric into the straight man. I just had a revelation.
Right. I got to get shooting so I can start shooting January 1.
Actually, the union doesn't care if writers who suck continue to write.
Yeah, that's why they didn't care that you wrote Beer League.
It's interesting.
I need to start shooting by January 1.
This one's interesting.
So, please.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't even think you're going to be at work at that time, are you?
Don't worry about us. At Howard TV, we never sleep.
Yeah, well, what do you... Yeah, exactly.
When I'm not here, I'm working on Howard TV.
This is your schedule.
Yeah.
We all know that guy. A little elegant Eric the actor showing up.
Thank you. All right.
Right?
Eric, all right. Eric,
Shaped like a turkey, right?
thank you, and thank you to, I don't know your name.
Hansy's not there anymore?
By the way, Robin, that joke was as bad as anything I've heard come out of Artie.
Obviously, it didn't work. It fell flat.
Yeah, I wasn't even. Thank you, Eric, and get to work on your script. Get to work on your script.
Wait, write some better jokes.
Yeah, we missed the joke. It wasn't that good. It's not. Trust me, it's not worth going back for.
Okay. Right.
All right, Electra, wake up! Because call 174 is...
in the books.
Oh, she's awake! She did it! So excited. Yes, it's in the books. ETM supports the writer's strike, and why wouldn't you? ETM hates Beer League. Johnny didn't write any of Eric's work. He wants to let you know that. out of nowhere. So now all I can think is Johnny writes everything. All right, thanks. Good job, Eric. Hansy checks in. ETM wrote 2 boring script. Fake publisher interested in Dougie the Puggy. Website Stickum. ETM game with dad jokes. Judith Regan on the phone. Eric is a scab now. And a rare Robin joke mom. That is Ka 174. And like Electra said, it's in the books. So let's get to call 175. Guys, that's a big number for OCD people. 175.
That's what I just thought. That's exactly what I just thought. I was like, wow, 175. That seems like a momentous number.
I really think we're a little over halfway now. So, we're looking at about 350, about 400 calls in total. So we're about halfway, people. We did it. You did it with us. And also, I guess we can take this time. If you like what you're seeing here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Hack Right Studios. We do a lot of Stern stuff, but we also do original programming. We have Catch 22 Sunday night tonight with Electra and I. God willing, tech issues and all. And that's where we just look at silly videos and we watch Daisy and we have a whole bunch of fun. So check that out at 7 p.m. tonight on the channel. Hit the like button if you're near the subscribe button. Also, if you want to support the channel, we are monetized, so you can donate. Super Chat, you can get a membership, only $2.99, and for that you get over 150 shows just like this one on all various sorts of some better than others. I got to be honest about that, but we really appreciate all the support. It's actually been one of our better months, so thank you guys. And let's get on to call 175.
The Midget was really good on the show yesterday. Some guy wrote me a letter saying that he hates Eric the Midget and that he is canceling his subscription.
Oh dear. Well, that's a big time hate.
That's drastic.
He says, please, I can't stand it anymore. Don't take Eric's phone calls. He's an unfunny bore. The only reason I didn't turn off the radio was to see if Howard would discuss Artie's weekend show. And then Lisa G came in to talk about Artie's performance, and Howard brushed it off.
Ooh, look at this. You ask and you shall receive. Delta Zero. Thank you so much, Delta
Zero.
I think I have something for you here.
Thank you for the super chat. You big nose.
No, Eric, be nice. Be nice. Delta is not a business. Delta has a very nice nose. I've seen it. It's very proportionate to his body, which is hairless. Thank you.
I listen to Howard less and less, and if I had to actually pay for my Sirius, my job pays, I would cancel. No more Eric.
Oh, well, at least the job is paying.
The job feels we're doing it. One guy here says that the shows have been better than ever, but this guy says, hey, Eric, you're costing me listeners. Hello?
Oh well.
Oh, well, he forget.
Oh, look at that. You don't care, do you? This is our business, you little fucker.
Especially now I'm making your movie.
No, you're not.
What do you mean?
That's why I called. I'm calling the offer.
Why?
Because.
You're breaking a contract.
Because what?
I didn't sign shit, Fred.
We had a verbal
You're breaking
contract.
a contract, dude. You'd be sued for that.
We'll sue your little ass.
We have it on
your wheelchair.
tape.
Well, let me find out why Eric doesn't want to make his film now.
Electra, this is why we're here. This is why we gather together and put our marshmallows on the stick and put it in the fire every Sunday morning. This is why. S'mores are good, but this is why we are here. We are here because we just had a phone call where they were going to get all the actors. They were going to make Eric's movie. What happened in the night? Who knows? But here we are the next day, and what is Eric saying? No movie. Fuck you guys. It honestly is the reason that we're here. So thank you, Eric, for demonstrating that so quickly. Do you see, Electra, why we're here?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
He just
What
flip-flopped.
I mean, not even flip-flops. He always commits and then retracts.
That's how angry he is. He there's not enough time for something to happen to make a human being that angry between the good thing and the bad thing. You need the thing in the middle. He goes from good thing to bad thing without the thing. Anyway, I'm sorry. It just reminds me why we're all here eating these s'mores together.
Well, for starters, you were making fun of me from beginning to end on that whole conversation.
He goes back and listens to the call and grades the call and then comes up with a new, this is how I'm going to act. Think about that. Think about it.
So sensitive.
I'm trying to come up with like an analogy, like where a musician like goes and listens to their music and then changes genres overnight.
Or how about this? George Lucas rewatches Star Wars and says, nah, I want to change stuff.
It's a Western now. I'm just, you know, when they're in the desert, let's keep that part. All the space stuff, yeah, lose that. It's just going to be a desert Western now. Although I probably would watch that.
Yesterday, I was listening to
the actual changes he made.
No, I made it better.
What did he say?
We were making fun of him from beginning to end.
Well, what else
He
is new?
listened to the replay and figured that out.
Well, Eric, we always make fun of you.
And then also the fact that
there's more.
I didn't write it into the outlines, the treatments, but my family is going to be playing a big part in both these movies.
But we're going to cast actors.
And my family and friends, they can't stand you for anything.
All right, you remember when I told you to remember, is Eric asking for any friends or family to be in this movie? And you're like,
mentioned
no?
it.
Yeah. And now he's passing on the opportunity because his friends and family can't be in the movie, and he wants them in the movie, and they think Howard's an asshole. That's amazing. So throw the other stuff aside because, yes, he listens, and this is about Eric going to his mom or his friends or someone in his family that he wants to impress. Like, I got you in the movie. And now that's going to be taken away from him, so fuck Howard. What are the family dynamics going on where you need to impress people by putting him in a movie? Oh my God.
Well, no, I mean, it's all lies. None of that is true. His parents probably just said, oh, that guy again? And that was enough for him to say, well, I was planning on having 7 cousins and, and my parents and my dog in the movie, but my mom said no.
And if that would have been a part of the negotiations, Howard would have done it. Why wouldn't you want this weirdo's family in the movie? Fine, we'll throw a few of them in to make the movie. Like, so Eric's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish.
Well, I was just saying, Eric is saying, like, we negotiated. You said no. I'm out. They didn't even talk, and it was never brought up one time.
Not once. Yeah, and so now, knowing what we know about his relationship with Johnny, I question everything that I already questioned in a second type of questioning, if that makes any sense, where now I'm just thinking all the time I always thought he was coming up with these very ridiculous, stupid works because he thought they were funny. And now that we know that Johnny was behind a lot of it, now I'm always just kind of thinking what percentage of this was Johnny?
So, yeah, and like my thinking goes one step beyond that. My question is there any back channeling from Howard to Johnny to incite this, or from the staff to incite this? That's the real question, because is Johnny really doing this all on his own every night? What a hobby, by the way. I could get into that. I know what that's about. But it's either that, or from time to time, Howard staff or Howard, whatever, feeds Johnny, because we know we can play both sides of this. Right? We know we got Johnny talking to him at night, and we can talk to him during the day. So how do we play that? If I'm Howard Stern in that writer's room, I don't ignore that part of it.
How about this is that we say Howard, but is that also representative of Howard's staff?
Yes.
Okay, how much of Howard's staff is calling Johnny and saying, hey, I got an idea?
Is there a back channel? That's because if there's a back channel, it was 100% used.
Okay, let's write this down for the idea that we have coming up. Let's write this down. Because this is a direct question I would like to ask.
Yeah, because that would explain quite a bit how things moved.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because if this all moved organically and there is no back channel, then Johnny is he's like, Eric's like a calm snow globe. Johnny gets a hold of him, just shakes the fuck out of him, and then goes, all right, Howard, here you go. Like, it fucks up everything Howard puts together every time. Now, Howard at some point has to be like, someone's doing this.
I think you're onto something. I really
Are
do.
we doing this?
This makes a lot of sense to me.
We're doing this, right? Right? Like, get in here, Gary. We're doing this, right? Oh, yeah, boss, this is us. We're telling Johnny to fuck with Eric on this particular thing. Not all the time. I'm sure Johnny then learned how to do it and did some of it on his own and, branched out. But I just think fundamentally this is too orchestrated.
Yeah, you're really kind of convincing me. And Missing in Action asks the question, what does Johnny get out of all this except enjoying breaking balls? Missing in Action, we've heard it from the source, or I should say from the son of the source. That's all it took, was that he did it for his own amusement, and that he was doing stuff like this without even asking for attention for it. He didn't even care. But
let me add a layer onto that. If there's a back channel, does it also not sort of go with the theory that, Johnny's going to stick with this Eric kid and stick with the thing because eventually down the line he gets on, he talks to Howard. Like, there's a quid pro quo where you handle Eric.
Okay.
And we'll do as little, promotion as we can to make this look like it's a quid pro quo. But I don't think Johnny's hanging around without that connection that he has to Howard, right?
Okay,
like if Eric's just
that
a
does
kid.
make sense. He's investing in a potential
future relationship with
future
the biggest media
future
man on the
plugs,
planet.
future plugs on the show.
He is literally Howard's bag man. If you start to think about it, like, there is no way that's, and Howard's probably disassociated from it because he just puts on high. He's like, Gary, get this done. Now then Gary's like, guys, get this done. And then Jason and Will get it done. But their contact has to be Johnny. So Eric is surrounded by snakes, essentially, if you look at it from this way. He's just a...
Oh, yeah. There's no question about that part.
Yeah. If what I say is true, Eric, you're in like the worst position anyone's ever been in. You trust all these people, or you trust people behind the scenes. Sometimes you trust them on the front of the scenes. But meanwhile, they're having a meeting about you. Like, all right, what are we getting them today with? Literally, they're Discording you before Discord. They like have a Discord room. Or how are we going to troll this guy today before it happened? Anyway. Yes, Electra.
You're really kind of swaying me on this. Like, I think you might be onto something. Hey, we got something.
Oh, we got a $10 super chat from Salty Rectum. Thank you. Hi, Electra. Electra,
Thank
say
you,
hi.
Salty Rectum.
It's a Salty Rectum. I get it.
There's an audio clip.
Yeah, we got one for you here. Hold on.
I should probably say thank you, but I am an ungrateful midget, so I will just ask. Is that the best you can do?
No, Eric. No, Salty Rectum.
Stop it.
Yeah, thank you so much. He is. That is in character, though, so we have to. But thank you so much for that. All right, back to the call. Now, with all that in our head, are we going to listen to this a little differently, maybe?
Hey, so go ahead. See if you get a better offer. Let them produce. Let's see if they put up money to make your film.
Uncle Bob, I want to make a film.
All right, Eric, you know what? I agree. I'm not making your film.
But let me ask Eric something. You're going to just cast your family and friends.
Bad move. I told you.
But there are rules for other people.
Hey, Eric, I agree. I don't want to make your film. Thanks for letting me off the hook. Bye.
And we can't lose any more listeners now that we're not making your movie.
Wait a minute. I was going to make another offer.
All right, I'm listening.
That Howard TV could follow the production from beginning to end and do
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, you don't want to do the making of?
No.
We passed. Bye, shithead. You're done. No, you're done. We don't care.
Well, he's never going to get this made anyway. Who's going to make this film?
I was going to make it, but you know what? Let him go get it made on his own.
With his parents being in the film, who's making that?
Yeah, you know what I mean? You don't want to do business? Don't do business. Okay, Eric, thank you. Have a nice day. Go back to writing your movie that'll never be made. Thank you.
No, whatever, they'll be made.
Okay, we'll see. Want to bet?
How are you getting them made? You got money already?
No.
Not now.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
I have
Good
funding
luck.
and investors.
Not now, but when the parents die, get the lake house.
Right. I'm sure you need the time to go right. Thank you.
Yeah, get to work.
Get to work.
During the breaks or whatever, why don't, if you can, read it, the 2 outlines that I sent.
Well, no, we're not reading them. We're not making them.
I don't read outlines, especially for films I'm not making.
Uh-oh.
I barely read the outlines of the films I am making.
That's a fact.
Yeah, like you.
And I do that under protest.
Like you've made one since Private Parts.
You don't know what I'm doing. I'm in the middle of producing Porky's remake shows. I make television shows. You don't know what I'm up to. And believe me, I could be doing tons of films. I turn them down. I'm very picky. Turned down a film last year. Major film, major motion picture.
I think that was a giant mistake by Howard. I think if Howard would have been doing these movies this whole time, I think the show would have stayed punk rock. Because he would have got his fill with Hollywood, and that being on set and being, everyone loving you and that admiration and that ball washing, he would have got his fill and then gone back to the show and be like, give me some more high pitch Eric.
Yeah.
So I think him taking those movies could have extended the length of the good show. But that's just another philosophy I have, or another thought I have. I have a lot of thoughts.
Ended up Robin Williams took the film. It was my film. I know something about this business here, my friend. When a Howard Stern makes you an offer to produce the...
He said no too many times that when he finally said yes, it was to the wrong things. Thank you.
That's yeah, okay. I could see that.
He got so addicted to saying no that addiction turned to saying yes, but he said, "Oh no, I can only keep saying yes to the top. I can't be addicted to high pitch Eric." It's one of the great tragedies of our life. Yeah, I guess.
I agree.
That 9/11. You ever see Swordfish?
Yeah, Fern Dog makes a good point. The Fart Man movie never happened, and then he constantly talked about doing Rock and Roll High School and Porky's.
No, it never happened. Porky's never happened.
None of it ever happened.
All his movies never happened. Because, you know why they didn't happen? Because Sirius is like, here's $500 gazillion. And so you don't really have to do anything after that. And, it kills motivation. So people.
And when you're doing a radio show every single day, you don't have a whole lot of time to do movies.
I think he was the only person that didn't seem to know that. Like I think he overcommitted, and then when time came to actually, produce or take action, he was like, man, I got too much stuff going on. Maybe that was it. Maybe the answer is that simple. But she's absolutely right. Yeah, he couldn't have done all of that and done his show.
Well, he'd have to choose. I mean, but the great Richard Linklater in the movie The Waking Life at the very end, he makes one of the most profound sort of human acknowledgments that I've ever heard. It's that humans will always say no until they say yes. So it's like 1,000 no's until yes. And that's sort of the way he uses in that movie is described like the acceptance of death. Like when you die, you're not going to know you die until you go, oh shit, I'm dead. And then you die. And so that's his philosophy. But like Howard was such a no for so long that his yes got ruined. And if he would have used his yes a little more throughout the decades, he would have maybe not fallen into the trap here at the end of saying yes to everything that we hate.
Yeah.
Did they ever do replays of their show?
They do. So they have a whole other channel on Sirius called 101. So Howard 100 and Howard 101.
No, but I mean when they're like we're doing live shows.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you. So they would do replays on 101, but those like stopped, and all the past replays stopped, and then it became like history of Howard that was very sanitized, and like the funny parts, but none of the like sort of the real raunchy. It just changed, and so but yes, they had a place where you could go watch all or listen to all the shows back replayed.
No, but I meant like if they were sick or they were on vacation, did they do replays?
Did best of.
Do you remember that on 101 there was I want to say it was weekly show that Gary Delabate hosted where it was just fans requesting certain shows and he would play it. Like that just that feels like ancient history because it was so satisfying when they embraced all of their past, including the bad stuff or including the stuff that they didn't like. You know, I don't even want to call it bad stuff, the stuff that they didn't want to acknowledge. That just feels like so polar opposite to what we have now. And it was like a good time and we enjoyed it and it was great. It was like, just embrace all of it, not just the stuff that you want to. Don't sanitize it. I'm gonna have
a little fantasy here. What happens? What happens if Howard can't? God, this is such a stupid fantasy. What happens if Howard goes, look, I'm gonna do one more year, and this last year we are going to revisit. All we're gonna do this year is revisit the past. We're gonna have people on that used to be on the show. We're gonna go listen to old shows. We are gonna do the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar retirement year, where everyone gets to say goodbye, give us a rocking chair in these stadiums, you know? Like, that would be the way to go out because we could forget the last 10 years, 12 years happened, Howard. We could forget with a dismount of epic proportions, you know? Bring Artie back for the last year.
And like, man, I'm sitting here just thinking about it. Like, they would play old stuff with Billy. Like, that's ancient history, but God damn it, it was so fucking funny. It was so, like, 30 years later, I was still laughing at it. I'd heard it 1,000 times. It was still funny. But just because of the fact that, you know, they wanted to rebrand or whatever and take on different eras and accept those different eras, they stop. And then that evolves into, well, I didn't like that this person was on the show and they badmouthed me after the show, so now they're cut out. And now this person's cut out. And I didn't like the way this ended. Just, you know what? Someone wrote in here, revisionist history, or missing in action. Howard is the king of revisionist history. And that is, that's a fact. That's not even an observation. That's not even an opinion. That is a fact. He is literally revising history. I hate it so much.
That's why I said it's like a fantasy. Like, why can't the gang, in movies, the gang gets back together for one last ride, you know? Maybe Jackie Martling gets a terminal illness and we have this one last ride together. I'm not wishing that on Jackie, no. But I'm just saying, whatever it would take to get it done. But too many therapy sessions. Beth is got her fingers so deep in his he could never come back. That's sad. But let's get back to the Eric calls. That was a nice little aside.
The film should have grabbed it, but okay, you've insulted me for the last time. Thank you, Eric.
I don't want to have it on your channel.
All right, fair enough.
You won't.
Well, then you won't.
I was also going to offer you is the opportunity to be the post-theatrical release channel that airs the movie.
What an opportunity.
Is that Jonah Falcon?
Yes. What? But did you hear what Eric was saying there? Yes. I'm also giving you, Howard, the opportunity of the movie that you're funding and filming to get a second bite of the apple after I give it to someone else. That's the opportunity that I'm giving you.
I need your charity.
You got some big plans.
All right, Eric, thank you. Post-theatrical release.
How about merchandising?
Not interested. Thank you, Eric. You turned down my offer, and you're a wise businessman. And
I guess you'll...
you know better than I do, so...
be doing business with someone else.
All right, thanks, Eric. I'm sure you want to go write your script, right? Bye-bye.
Right.
Bye for now. All right. We're not doing... the script is off. Howard TV, I know you were in pre-production on this.
They were already.
Probably cost us a lead.
Electra, you see what we went through every day when this was going on? We got so excited this was happening. The next day it's destroyed. Next day it's happening again. It's destroyed. Our entire lives were destroyed by this fucking midget who never followed through with anything. And Howard not following through it.
And honestly, like, I'd love to know, like, the logistics behind the scenes. Did Eric call in just to say, or just to rub in their faces that he doesn't want their help, or did they call him and bring him on? Like you've really got me thinking now. Like, how much of this was them poking and prodding behind the scenes and you know, basically using Eric like a puppet, or how much of it was prompted, or how much of it was sincere from Eric. You really got my mind racing now.
They jumped out of that very quick, right? Like, all right, we're out. We're out. Good, Eric. Like they knew it was part of the, like, all right, on to the next part. But Josh from Jersey here says the show never lived in the past. That's why it's still on. And I would argue that the fans of the Stern Show definitely would want to live in the past.
Yeah,
we're all ancient. You think we want to live in the now? Got you seen how color my hair is? It's not even gray. It's like white.
And I think Missing in Action makes a great point here that I think we all kind of already, like, we understand this and know this, but he articulates it very well, is that Howard could no longer play those eras because he's so liberal now and doesn't want to admit his show was really racist back in the day.
Yeah.
But the thing was, it wasn't racist for the sake of being racist. It was racist for its absurdity. And I think I agree with you, Missing in Action, that he doesn't want that promoted or played on the air. But what's funny is he doesn't give the audience credit to realize we understand what was going on. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I'm going to say Howard's audience understood the absurdity.
You just hit it. Like you just hit it. It's Howard does not have respect for the intelligence of the fan base to argue this. Yes, back in the day, my show was a little racier. Times were a little different. But that doesn't mean it wasn't funny and there was no hate behind it. So
yeah,
not racist. Next.
It was meant like, it was like let's just say, like, to give an example. Remember the Billy's Marge Schott character? Very racist. But the whole point of it was to celebrate the absurdity of a racist person. Like,
he just doesn't want to appear on All Apologies podcast. Hey.
Yeah. Like, or not celebrate, but to poke fun at and to laugh at the absurdity of this racist person. And what's so funny is, like, if I was Howard's publicist, I'd say lean into that. Like, absolutely talk about that and talk about your progression to where you are now and how you are ashamed of that, but celebrate that it happened, you know?
Right. I think one of the craziest stories ever about Howard Stern is how someone had such perfect instincts for every decision up until a point, then every instinct was wrong.
Yes,
like it 180'd, and how can you not fall, like, right now, mistake into a good segment or mistake into a poignant sort of thing for your old fans? How can you not do that now? And it's because the same reason before he couldn't have a bad segment. He couldn't have one that was like a sellout segment because it's all or nothing with Howard. And so we've entered the nothing part of the all or nothing.
Yeah.
As far as feeding us, fan feeding what we wanted from the past. What he has found a new fan base, and God bless him, man. He found a new group of people, and he's like, listen, this is my group now. These are my people now. You group of people that were my people are no longer my people. He has said it plainly as possible. But that doesn't mean we can't revel in, like, because for you and I, it isn't about Howard as much as about this is us revisiting our youth. Like, I was in my 20s, early 20s, and enjoying young life when I was listening to this stuff. So revisiting it's a nice little dopamine hit for me. So I can see why that same dopamine hit hits different maybe for Howard, if he feels totally different now. You know?
And same here. You're absolutely right. I was young. I listened to Howard every morning that I could for like a solid 25 years. And, like, what's crazy is that, like, in our time now, the Howard of 1995, let's just put some sort of pin on it, would it be absolutely adored and loved and praised. But somehow in the, he really just loved how the 1995 time he was hated. And right now I feel like he could triple his audience if he was still the 1995 Howard. But you're absolutely right when you hit the nail on the head about saying all those instincts right until the right time failed. Like, I don't get it. I do not get it.
Well,
like it was basically right now, I believe, could be a perfect storm if 1995 Howard was still doing the 1995 Howard show, given our political climate, given, you know, our America at its time, whatever you want to call it. But somehow all of that just withered away with his age, I suppose. Yeah.
And maybe becoming
it's
the
a paradox.
number one stockholder in Sirius, where now, I mean, listen, none of us up on this panel are billionaires, right? Maybe there's an extra pressure.
Speak for yourself.
When you start to get that cash, where it's just like, you know what? I got to just be different now. But anyway, we got a lot of calls to get to. We are getting on the sides tonight.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like this talk, though.
That's what we're here for. And we're breaking down Howard's turn, but we really got a lot of calls, so let's get it.
$3. I'm going to say, pull the plug. Gary, bring me Beetlejuice's script immediately. Green light that one and put it on the front burner. That's right, Beat. You're on.
That's the title of it. The title of it is...
They tell me Beetlejuice has a good minute of stand-up.
It's a minute. I don't know about a good one.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul, you're on the air.
Morning, Howard.
I guess you heard the news. The Beetlejuice movies have been given a green light.
Or the Eric.
By the way, maybe the best face swap I've ever done right there.
Who is that?
It's the Soviet USSR's Lenin. He's entombed. So it's a dead man right there.
That's good.
That's how when you go visit San Francisco, this is how you should be able to see Eric. I would, if you could visit Eric's grave and he's there like Lenin. I mean, how are we making a pilgrimage there? Are we doing the show from there? I mean, please.
Yes.
Make that happen. It's too late to make that happen. God damn.
Eric's out.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. I can't understand how that little weasel just like, well, you know, everybody's got to listen to him and do things his way, you know, and he's just a...
Well, listen, I tried working.
Look, he'll come crawling back.
I'm not
He
interested.
always does.
I'm not interested. No movie.
Yeah.
I was going to have a premiere and everything.
Yeah.
I do think you're going to miss out, because that's going to be ridiculously hilarious.
Well,
In any case.
we'll see who misses
Let's
out.
let it get made.
All right. Call 175 is
In the books.
in the books. We have a lot of Howard theories going on in the chat right now. We've opened.
I
up
like
Pandora's
this, though.
box.
I like the discourse. I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
I think so too. All right, call 175. Halfway to 350. ETM gets hate mail, costing Howard listeners. ETM declining the movie offer. ETM wants his friendship and family in movie. He wants a friends and family plan in his movie. Goddamn. Howard is honestly, man. All right. Porky remake that never was.
If you don't get it, you haven't been listening.
Yeah, exactly. Howard is honestly, man. If you don't, just get out of here. The Beetlejuice movie it is. And by the way, I would watch that one as well. The Beetlejuice movie. And up next, Jeff the Drunk movie. And then High Pitch. It just has Murderer's Row. Fuck you, Tarantino. Look at this. Anyway, call coming up is 176. This one is amazing. And you might know this one for the Cannonball reference. This is the Eric Cannonball reference call. I remember this one. I used to listen to these calls to fall asleep, and I remember the Cannonballs reference. So here we are in call 176. Eric the Cannonball.
I'm getting distracted for a second because Eric the Midget's on the phone, and he wants to negotiate a movie deal with me.
Now he's back.
What do you want, Eric?
Deal.
Okay.
Try telling me this isn't now Howard working both ends or someone.
Yeah.
Now he's back.
Yeah, I think I came up with a compromise.
No compromise.
Who needs a compromise?
I'm not getting involved with your movie.
Well, what I was going to say was I'll come up with a separate project
No.
that you approve of.
Oh.
What? No.
Now you got to just pay for 2 movies, Howard.
This project. Why do we have to get a separate project?
I was interested in the project where you star in it.
Well, I'd still star in the thing. I just would write something totally, completely.
All right, what do you got in mind?
I not offhand can think of anything.
What about an action movie?
An action movie.
Yeah, where you're a James Bond type and different women love.
Hey, I got to compromise, Howard. I'll write this totally separate fucking movie. What's it about? No idea. He came prepared this morning. That's what I'm saying. Who is telling him this stuff? Who's telling him to call with this stuff?
He's practically like trying to act like a very established writer pitching a movie to a movie studio. Hey, if you want what's in my brain, you got to pay up.
Yeah, this is a 2-movie deal, bro. If you want to make the blockbuster, you got to make my little art piece.
Love you, and you're also, like, you're the type of guy that solves the problem. You catch Osama bin Laden. You're a secret agent. What do you think of that? I'm interested in a secret agent type film for Howard TV. And you escape on balloons from the Al Qaeda operatives. What do you think of that?
I don't like that last part.
All right, so give me something new. You're the writer.
You're the writer.
How do you escape then? If you don't escape on balloons, how do you escape? How do you?
But I tried to come up with something.
Why can't we have the project you currently have in your hot little hands?
You know what? I wouldn't. I got to be honest with you. That movie that he pitched me the other day, where it's him and his family.
It's a love story, big with the women.
Yeah, but Howard TV, there's a lot of guys who watch it. They want to see hot chicks. They want to see him as like a James Bond.
Well, in a love story, he's got 2 hot chicks vying for him.
That's true. Well, I just need to get this thing into production.
So, Eric, what's the deal with the script you've got? You don't want us to touch that?
Right.
He's saving that to deal with, I think, major Hollywood studios.
I see. Well, don't call until you have...
Where is that script today? Jan, send it over, please. We will act it out.
Another script?
There's a collector out there that would pay a lot of money for it.
Oh, my God. I'd pay... me!
I mean, what am I supposed to do here?
I'd pay $30.
I'm behind a rock and a hard place. I haven't read one thing. I haven't seen a treatment on this new...
It could probably get 10 grand. An Eric script. Eric, hold on. 50 grand. I bet it could get 50 grand. Eric, the actor's one manuscript, his script. So you can make the movie. You own the movie. You can make the movie. So you're buying the rights for the movie and the script. 50 grand. Could we I'd start one of those
GoFundMe?
Yeah. I don't think we're not so good with money over here. So
if he really never even wrote it, or did it just stay in the outline form?
Oh, I thought we were just playing. I thought we were just imagining like it was real.
No. But she brings up a solid point.
No, that's absolutely a solid point.
Yeah.
I just thought we were playing along.
I don't think he said he finished Dougie the Puggy, but we never got past that first page. I'm just saying.
New movie. You want me to buy it sight unseen? I'm going to put up money to produce this thing.
Spec?
Too bad you guys aren't on air next week where I could call in. I guess I could have, 2 weeks to work on it?
Yeah, don't be ridiculous.
That would be a good thing.
Don't be ridiculous. We'll come in next week. Do you need us to do that?
How about Thursday?
Yeah.
I'd say don't be a fat ass, but that's kind of hard for you, Artie.
No, seriously, we'll come in for this. I'd love to.
Give me an action film.
Could you be
James Bond? But I mean, you can call yourself James Bourne. Bourne Identity, something like that. Or just call yourself, they already did that. Call yourself Blob. James Blob.
Maybe he's Eric Bond.
Eric Bond. How about Little Bond? How about Little Bond?
Little Bond?
You be Little Bond.
I could think of something, I'm sure.
LIL Bond. Double O 2.5.
Benji joke.
All right, you can work on that.
Maybe Fred, he laughed a little hard there.
Yeah, he laughed really hard.
Let's talk turkey, okay?
That's how you can tell when the jokes come in. It's like a tag, and then who's laughing hardest? If no one laughs, it's Benji.
All right, after Thanksgiving,
either that or a Roman gladiator movie where you
Electra,
fight.
are you enjoying the Eric Mini Manson face swap series? Because I am.
Yes, I noticed that.
Who is this?
Interesting.
Minnie Manson, a content creator that I believe is was born a woman and is now a man, is in love with his fat belly, likes showing off his fat belly, eats food to grow the belly and extend the belly. The belly is an important part of Minnie Manson, but also likes to sing. He likes to sing.
Yep.
Okay.
300.
Where you fight, like the evil, you go into one of those Roman gladiator ring things. Yeah, and you fight the Cyclops, like a one-eyed Cyclops, and you know. Or you're the ruler of, like, all of ancient Rome.
He's Nero.
Well, he's Little Caesar.
Rock, bring me a slave.
Oh, by the way, earlier this evening I
He Jake Hudson's right there. By the way,
emailed the Dougie story and the 2 script outlines to Matt Roloff to get his opinion, because he, is a writer.
Who's he?
Little People, Big World.
Oh.
Of
I don't know. All right, listen.
Oh, Little People, Big World.
He wrote that?
Wait.
All right, Eric.
Oh, he didn't write that. He's on that reality show, Little People, Big World.
Did you ever see that?
No.
so he's not even a writer. Oh, racist Bjork. Hello.
Who put that up there? I don't. What?
We know.
I don't know what he's talking about.
It's the best.
The reality
I got
show
an
about a
idea
midget
for you.
family.
If you want to do something easy,
Little person, family, fat ass.
I got an idea for you also. If you want to do a Roman Gladiator movie, or if you want to do a James Bond, I'm in. But also, if you want to do something a little bit easier, you ever see the movie Swept Away? Madonna tried to do a remake of it. It wasn't that good. If you want to do one and then you're on the island, you have to tame her. You smack her around, you bang her.
But really, would it work, Eric?
You know that movie they're talking about has that scene where the guy and the girl kiss on the beach?
I do not.
Oh, okay. It's a movie called Swept. It's an old movie, and then Madonna remade it.
I remember the remake being like a fiasco because she was married to the director or something, and it bombed. Something
so
like that.
They're making out in the sand as the waves hit them, right? That's the romantic scene.
Yeah.
But in Eric's version, the waves take Eric. It's called Swept Away, and it's a totally different story.
And
Help
they only come up to the woman's knees.
She's like, I can't swim. She's like, nah. It just floats away. So Eric, the midget, swept
Eric
away.
has to be able to do something.
What do you mean?
The whole premise is that on Swept Away, the playing field was leveled because the guy was able to survive and she needed him.
He'll write it that way. He knows what to do.
Oh.
Kid's a writer. He's written 2 books already. Guy who wrote a book and 2 screenplay treatments.
Right.
That is funny that whole Swept Away is basically like an ugly guy's dream to get trapped on an island with a pretty girl and then she's forced to love him. That's basically
It's all of our dream. Yes.
Exactly. My God.
But Diana's legs get broken on the island, so
Why would
everything's
you
equal.
save that one for Catherine McPhee?
Well, she's almost married.
Romancing the Stone would be a modern one of those. You ever see those movies, Romancing the Stone? Or
A long time ago, but I do think I know what you're talking about.
right?
Yeah.
She's like this rich yuppie girl, and she's like gonna go save my sister in Colombia, and then she finds this man that can chop down vines and kill snakes and stuff, and they're all of a sudden they're on equal level. But back in the real world, she's way better than him. Also reminds me of Overboard, the Kurt Russell movie. There's a lot of movies that use this trope, I guess. God damn. All right.
Overboard seemed to be really kind of breaking some laws, though.
Oh yeah, that was a little kidnapping. There may have been some sexual assault. Some woman.
Yeah.
No, you're my wife. Okay, gobble gobble gobble. I don't know if that's consent technically. If I lie to you about you being my wife with your amnesia and then you blow me, is that a crime? Is there any lawyers in the building?
I guess it's technically consensual.
Right. Right. Was it wet? That means you wanted it. Thank you.
How about a war movie, even? Eric the Human Cannonball. Here they are, the Civil War. The North.
See, everyone's agreeing with us. Romancing the Stone and Overboard. These are guy fantasy movies. Just trap us on an island with some tits. That is a movie.
Where a woman has no choice but
She has no choice. Make her in a class better than us, too. Titanic! It's all of them. Think about it. Titanic's it, too. Because all of a sudden, until the end, Jack is a poor man, get off my raft. But up until then, sort of an equal. We can do this all day. T2! No, I don't know if that one. I'm just saying movies.
What's about to lose a big battle? They run out of cannonballs.
He climbs into the cannon.
He climbs into the cannon. They shoot him out, and he kills all those fucking Southern people.
And nobody would let him fight before that.
We're now into the Joey C. face wash.
I didn't want to make that assumption. I was like, Is that Joey? Wow. Wow, I like that, though. That's a good one.
Yes. Eric would have made a very good Floridian. I'm just saying.
He wipes out General Lee's forces. That's a good movie,
You know, he
right?
could be a cannonball in a number of movies. He could be the cannonball in the next Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's a good
Well,
one.
how about Little Hitler? What do you think of this? Here's a great movie. You ready for a premise,
Now
Eric?
that's a challenge. Come
No,
on,
wait a
for an
second.
actor.
Hitler.
Eric plays the life of Adolf Hitler, but we go back and meet Hitler as a young boy.
Ah.
And Eric's bossing everyone around. And he meets like a chick, and, you know, and in school even he's bossing people around.
Hell no, because Shuli already got labeled a Nazi once this year.
Oh, I'm talking about a film role, Little Hitler.
Thanks, Shuli. You already got me labeled once a Nazi already one time.
Why is he blaming Shuli for? Because I remember now.
Yeah, because he was anti-Semite. That's Shuli's fault.
That's Shuli's fault, right?
No wonder we're at war. My God.
Everything's little. Little Hitler, young Hitler. You kind of have that Hitler look. If we put a little mustache on you.
Oh, yeah, well, whatever.
I mean, you could pull that off as an actor, I believe.
Blacken your hair.
He's too indifferent to be a tyrant. Okay, now we're into the karmic X. He's too indifferent to be a tyrant. I don't know. I don't think he could be a Hitler. Eric doesn't have like the aggressiveness that you would need to be, a fascist.
In the valley of men.
Did you even do a face swap on that one?
I know, right? I posted that on Twitter the other day. That fucking wait till you see his his profile picture. It's Eric, you're alive, and you're in Minnesota, and you're very funny, and you drink a little too much. Please stop.
Hair a little bit.
You'd have to learn German.
Can you do accents?
It'd be good. Here, say this. You ready? I mean, you could do it in English. I mean, they've done many Hitler films where Hitler.
Yeah, but I'm saying, could he have like a little accent?
Yeah. Here, try this line. Yeah. I'm 5 years old. Are you a Jew?
I'm not saying that.
Well, then you can't have that role.
Yeah, how are you going to take the part if you won't say the lines?
You could have all little people, too. General Patton could be little. Like little General Patton.
I like little Gandhi.
Eric in a diaper. Let me think about that. How would that go over on Howard TV? I could see the promotional poster.
Anything in a diaper.
You pay good money, right?
I mean, shit. I call it Eric in a diaper.
Character, Karmic the actor. I want this to be a character. I feel like we could go very far with Karmic the actor.
I think so too.
I'm with the drink today. we're a spitball.
How big?
Pat Dixon. Taz. Can I lick you?
For now,
Taz, I
digress.
I digress. I will lick your box, Taz.
but I digress.
This, that, and the other thing. Okay.
Dude, how much material would it take for you to have a diaper?
I'm wearing one right now.
Well, I don't know. I've pitched you about 7 things that I'm interested in. And if you can come up with something like that, I would be interested. Yes, I would. I'll be honest. If you don't want to give me that other...
Fly with balloons.
You don't have the answers, Sway.
project we spoke of. Okay, so be it. I'm not going to argue with you there.
But there's some good premises here.
Yeah, I mean, I need some fun in it. I need action.
Kelly Clarkson claims she's a man.
Girl.
Hot chicks. All right?
I think the spy thing is the best way to go.
Yeah. The James Bond idea?
Yeah,
Concept?
Eric in a little
People love that stuff. Tuxedo. Yeah, I can see it in a casino.
Chicken.
This needs to be our super chat.
We copyright it.
Beggy monster goal or whatever we call it. Where if you want Karmic the actor to say something.
I got an idea. Then, like, you go to the casino, and you have to be in disguise, so you get in blackface.
No,
See, I got good ideas.
Wait a minute, he's rejecting that already.
No.
I just have to wait till my voice improves, then I will be singing all these 80s hits for you.
What made me think of this was the word casino. What about doing a Ocean's 11?
All right, buddy,
Jose.
tell 'em who's in it. Who's your buddies?
Offhand, I can't think of anyone that. But you know.
And what is the premise? I mean, you guys have to.
What, are you robbing a casino?
Yeah.
All right, I'd buy that. I'd see that.
So you want to make like a remake of it? You don't want to change it at all, or you could rob something else?
You could disguise yourself as a poker chip.
For you, what would you rob? A cupcake place?
That's funny. You and Artie, your buddy, told me you rob a cupcake.
You and Artie as buddies.
Hey, how about dirty?
Now we're riffing.
How about Midget Harry instead of like Dirty Harry, Midget Harry, and like you just fucking kill people.
Go ahead. Make my day.
See, I'm thinking he should remake an Edward G. Robinson film.
Yeah, see, look, I'm a little tough guy, see. How about Planet, instead of Planet of the Apes, how about Planet of the Midgets? Astronauts land on Earth in the future, and midgets are in charge, and tall people are like slaves. Like, it's a whole...
In fact, tall people have a tough time because everything's built on a midget level.
And all these tall chicks have to bang midgets, and they're like...
But they have to stoop over...
Well, not every idea is a winner, you know. You can't have home runs every time. You need to, that game wouldn't be fun.
Over to wash their hair or whatever because everything's for little people.
I like the idea of doing an Edward G. Robinson film. How about this? We Largo.
I like the title. I can see the poster.
Yeah. We Largo.
Mr. Kill Everything is not a man. He tells a lady he wants a baby. What kind of man is that?
Man. He put his fingers.
Electra, I do have to ask you this question real quick. If a guy that you're dating just casually starts sending you pregnant lady pictures and says, "This is you soon," how do you feel?
I don't feel like I would like that at all. No.
Wait, what?
Unless I was wanting to be, but no, I wouldn't
Okay.
appreciate that very much at all. Why? Who did that?
Mr. Kill Everything apparently was sending not Ashley, but the one before that, Mazzy. He was sending, so they were kind of dating, and he was sending her pictures of pregnant ladies.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
guys, it's a lane.
Wow.
I'm just saying, he's not a man to do that, but you know.
You tall people are nothing.
Nothing that has the word midget in it, that's for sure.
No, you don't have to put the word midget.
Oh, Wee Largo doesn't have midget in it.
Nothing with the word midget.
A midget's still a man.
A Casablanca, Midget Blanca.
What did I just say?
I'm trying to have a creative session with you.
That doesn't have the word midget in it. That has the word midget blanca in it.
Yeah. You said no midget.
It's a new word.
All right.
That's a form of the word.
That's true.
Eric currently is something of a ghost party. Hey,
Now that I think about it, you're right. I was going to say Midget Godfather, but that's kind of like the word midget.
You guys don't follow Karmic's music? How dare you?
Oh, did you see Midget Godfather?
Oh. Look. Where's Nunzio?
Where's Luca Brazzi?
Midget Godfather, I come to you on the day of your daughter's wedding. Shut up, Luca.
You don't offer respect. You've never invited me and my wife over to your house for a cup of coffee, even though she's godmother to your only child.
Electra, there was a time where you could say, if you just listened to certain parts of Stern, they hired this guy just to read Godfather lines.
And quiz him. And
yeah,
to quiz him on lines.
He would do whole scenes. And then that would be his contribution for that whole segment, just whole scene from The Godfather.
They once brought on Francis Ford Coppola and dared Francis Ford Coppola to give Artie any scene and that Artie could quote the scene, and Francis Ford Coppola played along and goes, okay, and I forget what scene he said, but he literally did.
Wow.
Don't need an ending for stories. That's okay. We just get 75% there and just eject.
This is
That's
how
what I
we
always say.
tell stories in the Valley of Men.
It's still coming up. The picture that blew my mind. Hold on.
I want to laugh at Karmic, but he seriously seems like he's gonna put a gun in his mouth any day.
No. They don't do that here. No, they let natural forces take them.
You gotta do Midget Godfather.
Come on.
Dial 988 if you're having any problems, people. Get over there and tell them your problems. They'll talk you down.
How about Forrest Midget instead of Forrest Gump?
Mr. Pantangeli, did you ever do work and kill at the behest of Vito Corleone, also known as the Midget Godfather?
Good. Very good.
It is good.
What part of that word I do not want in any title? Don't
The midget part, I get it now. I got it.
Jeez, okay, let's take all the laughs.
How about
right
this?
out
Instead of Midget Godfather, Small Fellas. Instead of Goodfellas.
Look how close we are to Taxi Driver. We're Godfather. We're Small Fellas. We're circling Taxi Driver.
That's good, the word small, right?
Little fellas.
Small fellas.
Okay.
What the fuck kind of little people are they?
Yeah, a movie about Henry Hill. That'd be great.
No, you decide. You're the writer and you're the star. So.
It was great. There was a movie about Henry Hills. It was called Goodfellas, and it was amazing.
Is that the goth kid from The Sopranos?
No, again, it's a Minnie Manson. It's still in the Minnie Manson.
I mean, any gangster film, you know, like Scarface, if you played that kind of role, where you're the head of a coke empire.
Tony Montana.
You know, you come up, you got nothing, you're in the wheelchair and all that, and everyone's not treating you seriously, and suddenly you start dealing coke, and you become this huge coke dealer. You got chicks in your house now. You're living in a fucking mansion in Miami.
Hey, you're married to Michelle Pfeiffer.
No,
and
I
then
like
the last
it.
scene, the cops come in and shoot you.
No, it's perfect. We could do like a remake of the fight. You don't play Scarface. You play his gun at the end. Remember, he goes, say hello to my little friend. And instead, he's holding Eric. Hello there.
And it's not the cops who kill Scarface. It's a
rival gang,
bigger and more dangerous drug cartel.
Yeah, the guy who goes, I told you not to fuck me, Tony.
Yes.
I told you not to fuck me, Eric.
You guys don't like Forrest Midget, where, like, I think that would be a perfect role because...
Forrest Stump?
Stump, because Eric doesn't like the word midget. You get to work on this. You tell me what you like, and let's then we'll have a meeting on the air here, and we'll discuss what we're going to do. And then I'll the Howard TV people, and we'll get working on this thing. Don't go too crazy, though. Don't make it too long. You know how you get wordy with your writing.
I know.
Let's get some action in there. And hot chicks, please.
I've got one.
I'm thinking of pairing you up with this girl
I know, I'm terrible. Yes.
from Howard TV the other day. The one who was on the cover of Maxim.
Oh, my God, yeah.
What do you got over there, Fred?
Midget Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh, I would watch that in a minute.
Come
Anything
on.
monster I would watch.
Midget Frankenstein.
Well, just how about Frankenstein? But Eric plays Frankenstein.
Little Frankenstein.
Little Frankenstein.
Or Little Dracula.
Little Dracula.
I would watch that.
You know,
the size of an actual
Eric,
cat.
what about Little Dracula? How do you feel about that?
Fly around in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, like you seduce women, you bite them. I mean,
I want to bite your
why
neck.
can't a little person be Dracula? That
Children
makes perfect
of
sense.
the night.
Wasn't that kind of a little bit too close to one of the movies that Jonathan Lipton...
If you don't know the movie The Creeps, it is actually a movie from the 90s. I believe it was like 96 or 97, in which someone tries to bring or remake Dracula, Frankenstein, the werewolf, and a mummy, and something gets wrong with the formula, and they all come out as midgets.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki now. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I've seen this movie. So anyway, I just want to say that anybody out there who actually is interested in seeing this plot line actually happen, there's a movie out there. It's called The Creeps.
Yeah, but guy, here's a sentence. The movie doesn't seek does not sink to a series of tasteless short jokes or repetitive and sophomore humorless indignities aimed at the diminutive actors. So you probably want to stick away from it because that's the whole reason I'd go.
There's no acknowledgement that they're midgets. That's the thing.
Okay, that might be good. Just play that for people and just never tell them. Be like, what do you mean they're midgets? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Nicky did as a kid.
I don't have.
Never saw that.
I didn't get the Jonathan Lipnicki newsletter.
Jonathan
that
Lipnicki?
was a comedy. We're doing a drama.
Jonathan Lipnicki played a vampire?
This would be serious.
The title was kind of similar.
You could always get a title. A title can't be copyrighted.
But could you imagine, I'm still fixated on the Godfather thing. Could you imagine the classic scene where Tom Hagen goes to the movie producer to get Johnny Fontaine the part, and he says to him, now, Mr. Waltz, Eric is Johnny's midget godfather. Now, to the Italian people, that's a relationship of respect.
I like that scene.
Problem with that, though, is I'm more Irish than I am Italian.
It's acting.
You're right. That would be the one problem.
Eric, you don't get it. You don't have
Eric
to be
isolated the problem. He's actually Irish.
When I think of Eric, I do think of a potato. So he kind of shaped like a potato. He is Irish.
Eric, you're an actor. It doesn't matter what you are.
Robert Duvall played...
Eric, the original Cardiff.
He was German.
Well, you could play Braveheart.
No, Eric, if you're looking to be literal and always be playing Eric, that's ridiculous. You can't play an Italian?
I don't think I look Italian.
You do.
It's called makeup.
We have makeup people.
Brando wasn't Italian.
We'll punch you in the face a couple of times. Yeah, Brando wasn't Italian. That's a good point. These guys are actors.
Brando wasn't Italian.
Okay, because I like James Caan and...
James Caan's Jewish.
He is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Robert De Niro's half Jewish.
James Gandolfini.
Well,
What
all right.
about James Gandolfini?
He's
we
Italian.
just said James Caan is not Italian.
We're giving you examples.
Well, I like the idea of either the Ocean's 11 or even possibly the Bond idea.
All right. I prefer the Bond idea, but if you want to do it in the oceans, I'm not a fan of Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I don't think you could find 13 people.
Plus,
If you want to remake a bunny, it's just been done, Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Let's do Bond.
I could see you nude in a chair, and they're torturing you, and then all of a sudden you break free, and then your sidekick could be like a Pussy galore, but you cunty galore. You know, you can't use the name Pussy.
Right.
That's copyrighted.
I've never seen a Bond movie where the Bond was nude in a chair. That makes no sense. Howard, come on. What's going on there?
Something like that. All right. These ideas.
There's no way that I'd be nude in the movies.
No,
he is never going to be nude ever in a movie. Throw him on a bed in Vegas with some whores? Yeah, take all the pictures you want. But a movie? No. That's where I draw the line. At a place where I paid for, or I didn't pay, but I'm getting Air Force treatment. Yeah, take all the nude pictures you want. Check out this guy.
If he only knew that 20 years later we'd be sharing pictures of his penis and animating it.
Yeah, look at this Smurf cock.
That's up to you. You write it. I'm not writing it.
Bond has to take off his shirt.
Right.
I'm not saying showing your penis. You would do it in an artistic way.
If you play Al Pacino's gun in Scarface, though, we got to figure out what would be like the trigger.
Come on, I'm not busting this guy's balls. I want a real script out of him. All right, get to work. Thank you.
Get to work.
Okay.
Excited about this.
But remember, you're a sex symbol. You got to take off your shirt.
This will be our next big Howard TV project, an original movie from Eric the Midget, where we shoot it, and we get a real director in there and some real actors with Eric. Eric writes it. I think we're looking at another big hit. I think people want to see this kind of programming. I know I do.
So get to work, Eric.
All right, Eric. I'm sold. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's hope this works out. Not promising anything, but sounds promising.
Yeah, we still have to accept the script.
Yeah, I can't have any obscenity. If it's an obscene movie, I can't have that. All right, thank you, Eric.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, I got sidetracked there because I really do want to make this movie. I wish he'd write a monster. American Midget in London, where he goes there, he gets bitten by a werewolf. Right. Werewolf thinks he's just like...
First time we're hearing werewolves and Eric.
A puppy and eats him for food.
But ironically, not the last.
He leaves him
He
alive.
shits him out.
He shits him
Oh,
out.
he eats him and shits him out. He's a werewolf.
That'd be a great scene. Doug, are you gonna be able to produce something like this? I mean, I haven't even talked to my Howard TV executive producer, Doug Goodstein. But
Yeah, you keep building all these elaborate story ideas without any input.
Can you guys handle something like this? Because I really want to produce well.
Yeah, listen, we're going to take this seriously, and we're going to give him a real
An
decent
action
budget.
film? You guys can shoot an action
Who
film?
would direct it? I want a real director.
I have, Scott Masterson, who won the film festival.
Oh, he's good.
He's interested, so he's one of the people. And then we'll reach out.
No, I'll have a meeting with him. We'll see. Well, if Eric
Maybe
gets
he's
along
not
with
right for this project.
But, if you're as serious as you are, we'll take
I'm
it
dead
totally
serious.
and I'll give him a decent budget, and we'll do a real film, and we'll, have fun with it.
Okay, so you're behind us.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I needed to check, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, a friend of mine who's a big fan of the show has directed a couple of short films that were in festivals and stuff. He, dead seriously called me and said, I would direct that in a heartbeat.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
It's a kid, my friend Joey Nelms. He's directed a bunch of short films. And,
He's good?
Yeah, he's got stuff in
We all know he directed Dune. That's right. I'm wrong about that.
festivals.
Please, I'll take a meeting with him.
You got
After
it.
Thanksgiving.
Well, maybe you ought to look at some of his films.
No need to do that.
They're short.
Yeah, right. Well, that's a good thing, too. Short
He's
films.
into short films, and this is definitely a short film.
Short actor.
Oh, I see. You mean the length of the movie. I thought you meant he did direct Little People.
I think he did a couple of those.
Okay, cancel my meeting. All right. Well,
You've never seen that Little People, Big World that he's talking about?
Oh, it's a great show.
It's a reality
It's a whole
show.
Little People family.
Yeah,
I should be watching that.
Two of the kids are regular size.
Right.
And then two of them are little people.
And the mom and dad are little people.
Yeah.
All right, people. Call 176 is
In the books.
$10. Cannonball. All right, ETM has compromises, but they never seem to work out. A separate bond-like project, that means, Howard, you got to pay for two, and Eric will give you one of them. But you need to pay for both. Howard imagines Eric in a bunch of movies. ETM will not read lines. Shuley shout out. Hey, Shuley. Blackface Eric. Another great movie that could have been. ETM won't be nude in the movie. Werewolf mentioned with Eric, and we know where that's going. Howard, take Electra. Real quick.
What's that?
What could werewolves and Eric possibly have to do with each other? Just take a guess for someone that doesn't know the future. Just take a guess.
Their hands? Claws?
Oh, well, that's actually... that's pretty good. She actually
Not
answered the
bad.
question. Yeah. All right, we're going to take that. But you're going to be in for a surprise. That is not the correct answer, a good answer.
Okay, all right.
But no, we will see not soon, but fairly soon. Also, Howard taking meetings on the directors, and that is call 176, people. And we do have a call 177. However, we have gone pretty long today. I know, Electra's feeling a little sick, so I just wanted to give our plugs here. And Electra, if they donate anything or gift a membership or something, could we do this last call? Is there an overtime opportunity, or are we done for the day?
I think we could do that.
All right, we have an overtime opportunity. It doesn't mean we're going to do it, but you go ahead and let them know. Just 2 super chats is what I'd say. If we get 2 super chats, we'll do one more call.
Okay.
And we normally don't do that, but Electra's not feeling so hot, so I now can be like, well, we got an extra 30 cents, Electra. Come on. But while we're waiting for that, we'll do our plugs here. And so if it doesn't happen, that's the end of the show. Electra, where can they find you?
At djelectrify.com, and my YouTube channel is DJ Electrify. And sorry, I am sick. I apologize.
Oh, no, please. We all love Electra. Get better. Make sure, you don't lose an ounce of tits through your sickness or you're fired. Thank you.
Right. We got a super chat from Delta Zero, $2.99.
Hey, Delta, thank you so much. Hold on here. Where's the super chat song? One more, we get a whole other call.
I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Delta.
I think we got a
Your
super
second one's
chat.
good. You're very kind.
I think we got a super chat. We got a super chat.
Thank you so much, Delta. West Coast got to support each other. We appreciate that. Luigi, where can people find you?
LuigiGreenberg.com and Papa_Electrico on YouTube. Please check out Skeptical Robot. And tonight, you will see me at 8 p.m. Eastern on Corndiff's channel, WGNN. The show is called WGNN.
Oh, awesome.
Excellent. What are you guys going to be covering over there?
You never know. But I will say that I made a challenge to Corndiff that the last time he had me on the show was the closest I ever came to vomiting live on the air.
People,
because he talked about a concept that was so disgusting. I literally, so you can hear me dry heaving, but I said, try harder this time and see if you can make me fully vomit. And he said, challenge accepted.
That is going to be fun. We got another $2.99 from Delta Zero. What a man.
Delta Zero. Thank you.
Thank you.
Delta Zero, also with those back-to-back super chats, gets to pick the next thumbnail war 2 words. That's correct. We're going to give you another one because Yoga Basketball was a hit. And so thank you, Delta Zero. We now will do the call, and now Electra, she won't yell at me afterwards, right? I've done enough.
No yelling.
Yay! All right. So make sure you get over there to LuigiGreenberg.com. Get over to HackRideStudios.com. That's where you can donate without, pesky YouTube's take. Or you can watch all our videos or our music or find our gear. We have over almost 200 different SKUs in our clothing, different designs. So go check those out. Not all of them are Hack Ride. We're now doing fun stuff that is not just Hack Ride Studios. Fun t-shirts. And then if you hadn't, make sure you go back and check out the Blind Mike Project. Go to blindmike.net. We love our boy Blind Mike and Kragers. Great show today. I am strictly there to make everyone love Kragers. So that's my job, and I'm happy to do it. And all right, people, you paid for it. Well, Delta paid for it, but everyone give a high five to Delta because he got us into overtime with call 177. Thank you, Delta. It's a good call, too.
Last time you were on, Eric the Midget called in and really criticized you and said terrible things about your music, that you weren't a good artist, that you weren't credible, and I know it upset you. Did you write a song about him?
Yes, I did.
What does that sound like?
Well, I need plugged in here to...
This, I believe, was Johnny, what the fuck is his name from, goddamn, Johnny, fuck. Goddamn, I'm doing the MTV Jackass.
Johnny Knoxville?
Johnny Knoxville. His uncle. You remember? He's like
it's his cousin, Roger Allen Wade.
Thank you. I believe this is Roger Allen Wade.
Guys, quickly. Well, don't. Oh, thank you, Will.
Oh, that'll work.
Oh, fuck you, Eric the Midget. You don't have any taste. You're so fucked up, your whole life is a waste. So don't call it again, or I'll tell you where to go. And if you don't like my music, don't listen to the Howard Stern Show. Rob, you're on the air.
We speak.
Yeah, it was amazing, right? A little Eric.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey.
Great shows lately. I just want to say, listen, I actually am a Eric the Midget fan. I love hearing the guy call in and grunt, but you know it, Robin knows it, Artie knows it. All the Stern fans know this movie's never going to get made. It's no different than the balloon stunt.
Thanks.
I mean, do you actually think he's going to get...
You know what he's doing? He's skeptical roboting this movie.
any of this done?
You know, I don't know. I think Eric could potentially get the script done.
Well, he's going to write, he's been charged now to write an action script.
Right.
And he's never going to. It's going to be the sappiest, stupidest script you've ever seen.
Yeah, he's going to get Diana DeGarmo involved,
Well, look, I mean, I'll try to make it happen. I told you if there are major roadblocks where all of a sudden he goes, I don't want this co-star, I don't want that co-star.
It'll be more like, I'm not going to do that stunt, I'm not going to, because you'll punch it up with stunts.
Right.
Whatever he brings to you.
Yeah, I mean, the odds of it happening are probably slim to none, but, it could happen. I'll put some energy into it, and we'll see what happens.
It'll get right down to the stipulation at the end. And by the way, Fred, that music you play, that's from the old Doctor Who.
Yes, I recognize that.
That is correct.
I love it. It's so freaking funny. And another question. I'm a huge fan. I've been listening for years. I'm getting tired of these people. They ask for money. They're freaking desperate. And then they're unappreciative about it. And I'm not going to lie. I'm downright poor. I'm a student. I'm getting ready to graduate. Do you got any missed money?
No, I don't. I gave it all away yesterday.
Begging was also a often part of the morning show, Electra.
Almost forgot about that.
Yeah, it happened quite. There was a time when they were giving away a lot of money. I guess Sirius had advertised, and so they'd have this cash, and people call like this, like, we hate people that ask for money. Give me money. So
to Wendy the retard and
Jeff the drunk.
Jeff the drunk.
They'll blow it on pizza or whatever.
Yeah. All right, thank you. I'm sorry. I wish I had called Jeff the drunk.
No money for this guy because he gave all the money to Wendy. Funny, hilarious.
Right? He'll split it with you.
Show us the fucking money.
Al, you're on the air. Go ahead. That's you, Al, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking to you. Go ahead.
Howard, real quick. This guy, Christina, the guy I called before me, stole my Eric the Midget stuff because he's boring the shit out of me lately.
Eric's boring you?
Well, yeah, I love when Artie gets them all worked up. That's great. But this talking about these scripts, like, come on, that's not going anywhere. he's no actor.
Eric, Al says you're boring.
I am?
Al says you're boring, Eric. Here, let me see if I can find Eric.
That was the other Eric.
That was the other Eric. Eric.
Hello?
Yeah, Al says you're boring.
So fucking what? I don't give a shit.
Eric, come on,
really
man. You're so fucking unappreciative.
Get the fuck off the phone, you dumb fuck.
Kiss my ass, you short piece of shit.
Eric coming in hot on the bonus cup.
Angry.
Eric, are you any further along on this script? No one believes you're going to get it done. And then once you get it done, if that's possible.
That's a disturbing picture right there, I got to say.
You're going to be so demanding and so difficult that they feel it'll never get done and I'm wasting my time with you.
You're not wasting your time with me. I'm going to get it done. I'm not going back out of it.
Is it going to have good
you back out of
action?
everything.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you dumbass.
Oh, I'm the dumb.
There it is. That's Karmic's profile picture. Tell me that it's unfucking canny. Karmic the actor.
That is just Karmic X. Yeah.
There's no
You
face
didn't even
swap.
do the face swap.
I didn't get charged for the face swap. It just said no face swap needed. Good to go.
Dumbass. You should be kissing Howard's feet for even talking to you.
Eric, is it going to have some really good, stellar action and stunts?
The one that I've drawn up the cast list so far is the Ocean's 11 idea.
Oh.
You're doing the Ocean's 11 thing? All right, who's in the cast? I mean, you realize it's going to be difficult to get name actors, but who's your dream cast?
This is hilarious.
I'd like to do both the Ocean's 11 idea and the Blonde idea that you guys came up with.
Oh, you're going to write both scripts?
Focus on one, Eric.
Just write one script.
That way I'm doing one of your ideas and one of my own.
All right.
You have to focus on one.
He's going to write both.
He's gonna start his movie career, directing being in 2 movies. This is insanity.
And you know Eric doesn't have 11 friends.
Yeah, you don't even.
Oh, where do you think these 11 friends come from? Take a guess.
The back office of Howard Stern Studios.
No. Eric already had. Remember, Eric always plans for his future and the things he loves for his future. So it's not like 11 idols. But it will, when it hits, Luigi, your dopamine's going to go nuts. You're going to be like, I was right in front of
You have 11 friends.
Well, that's what I say. It's Ocean's 2.
Right. Well,
I'm Frado family.
Yeah, him and Johnny Frado.
Here's his cast, though. Let me see. Danny Ocean, played by Eric.
Oh.
Says here, me, Eric.
There's 4 holes that I need to fill.
Rusty Ryan is...
what she said.
Played by John Cena, the wrestler.
Good luck.
All right, let's see.
Well, I guess 5 holes we need to fill because that guy never shows up on set. I mean, he's there, but you never see him. Yes, wrestlers. Wrestlers.
I could probably get him. Virgil Malloy is played by Paul London or Matt Hardy from the WWE.
Oh, gee, they're all wrestlers?
Oh,
And Turk Malloy will be played by Brian Kendrick or Jeff Hardy of the WWE. I could probably get these guys.
I have wrestler friends now. I put him in my movie. Isn't it obvious what he does now?
Wow. Just
Oh, my goodness.
wow.
That's not impossible.
All wrestling
You
cast.
can get them, but it's the shittiest movie ever.
Yeah, nobody wants to see it.
They listen to the show, and a lot of them already know who I am.
Terry Benedict should be played
That's why
by
they're not going to do it.
Johnny Fratto or John Stamos. I could probably get Stamos.
You can't get Johnny Fratto?
I think Johnny would leave the country before leaving this.
You skipped over one.
Yeah, who is Milo Ventimiglia?
Oh.
Milo Ventimiglia, Hero.
He's in Heroes.
Peter.
Oh, Peter, okay.
I met him on the set of American Dreams.
So you can just call him up.
No, I don't know if I can get him, but all right.
Eric
let's see.
seems to have a connection.
I'll let Eric handle that bit of casting. Tess Ocean will be played by Diana DeGarmo.
Of course.
No.
Is that the only woman on Earth?
Right now, yes. Let's see. Basher Tarr will be played by the WWE's Bob Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
Then there's another part for Jimmy Wang Yang from the WWE. It's an all WWE.
It sounds like.
And then all the showgirls. Here's the following girls who will be playing.
Jimmy Wang Yang.
Oh, of course. Old Jimmy Wang Yang.
Hayden Panettiere
I'm part of the Wang Yang gang. Yeah.
from Heroes.
Good luck.
Kelly, I guess she's from the WWE also.
All of them except for...
Just get on set and it's a bunch of wrestlers fucking Diana DeGarmo and Eric trying to get in the trailer. Yeah, this didn't work out as planned.
When you get down to finally the last 2 are WWE route. All except the last 2 are WWE route.
What about a movie just called Master Blaster where Eric's riding John Cena around and they just live a normal life?
What if they just completely copied the Windy City Heat model and made Eric the star of a movie?
it really, if Howard would have seen Windy City Heat, he absolutely would have done some of this stuff.
Yeah, I see Brooke Hogan. You want as one of the girls. Britney, not Britney Spears.
I'm surprised it's not an all-American.
It would just be 2 hours of Eric looking confused with those big whistling eyes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. He doesn't have like the Joey C is the one you make that about, right? Because you need the guy to like be his own protagonist in the movie of Windy City Heat. That's why it was so funny. He was like, I believe this. I'm just going to go even all out with it. And that would be funny with like Joey C. But Eric, I think he'd just sit there stunned with the eyes open the whole time. Watching wrestlers fuck his girl.
American Idol cast.
Yeah, well, this is doable. I mean,
but my question is, does Eric want this movie to be good?
Yeah, I mean, if you want it to be good, I mean, I know like The Rock and stuff, they've have movie careers, but, you know, I don't know if all these WWE guys are the way to go. You know, they might act like porn stars. You need some real actors. You might even be better off with some, like, NYU students or something.
Remember when we were talking to you the other day, we said you should surround yourself with real actors.
Yeah, like you, Eric.
Like, I could probably get Bob Saget. Yeah. Like, he would probably do us a favor. I could probably get, like, who else does the show?
John.
My whole argument before about how they had celebrities, I'm an idiot. He could only think of Bob Saget, and then he ran out. God damn.
Mentioned 2 real actors in there, Milo, or well, 3, Milo, not only Milo, but John Stamos and
Hayden.
Also
I could probably get Danny Bonaducci. I could probably get Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Now you're going down a road.
Well, what am I going to do? I got to get people
It's turning into Sharknado, all of this.
willing to act.
Why don't you get Artie in there?
Screech had many years on television.
But he sends people running from the screen.
Yeah, maybe he'll show his cock.
Well, hey, why not?
Look, you got the great Artie Lang sitting here, who's an actor.
If I can get to
the good beer league was.
If I can get to the set on time and shower, I'll be in it.
You know who else I could probably get for this film? Butch Patrick.
That's true.
The great Eddie Munster. Could probably get him. I could probably get George Takei to maybe do a little scene.
George Takei is definitely a definite.
Yeah, I mean, but let's be realistic. I don't know that I can get, Hayden
Fred
Panett's
does
hair.
some acting.
You know, but I could probably get. Was a chick that I know.
What's her name? Oh, she was just here. She's the one with the big lips.
Maybe Eric can get that double D girly list.
Sarah Silverman?
No, Sarah Silverman doesn't have big lips.
I just realized I did forget one person that could be in the showgirls list. Is the guy kind of hit on it, but he got the wrong size. Brandy Taylor.
I could probably get Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers can play a part, but who's she going to play?
Eric's love interest.
Tess, she'll play Tess.
Eric, come here, make love to me.
No, thank you.
Thank you. What?
You're not going to kiss Joan Rivers?
What, are you crazy?
It's like kissing plastic.
We got to get people who have a name.
It's like kissing plastic.
You think Joan Rivers is falling all over herself to kiss you?
I was thinking of the girl from Showgirls that you know.
Oh, Gina Gershon.
Yeah.
I could probably get her. Would you like to play opposite her, Eric?
I don't know.
Yes, Eric, say yes.
All right, well, we'll see.
This era's Gina Gershon? Yes, Eric.
All right, listen, get to work, get the script, and let's get going and prove Al wrong. He says you're boring lately and that you're never going to get this done. So you've got a lot to prove there, my little friend.
I'm going to get it done, and don't worry, it will get done.
All right, thank you, Eric, and good luck. What's your goal for today? How many pages?
I don't know exactly.
Are you going to start to work?
Schedule.
Are you going to start to work right now, or are you going to sleep now?
Sleep.
We're going to sleep soon.
He's going to go hump his pillow.
Eric, how do you feel about China as Tess Ocean?
I don't know about that one.
I could probably get her.
She's a wrestler.
Or maybe one of your buddies who could put her up, dress her up as a man.
The juxtaposition of Eric being on screen, talking to China being on screen, would have been very funny. That would have been a good one.
All right, Eric. I'll work on casting with you, but first get the thing done.
All right.
All right. All right, bye-bye. Al, he's going to prove you wrong.
Yeah, I doubt it.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Howard.
All right.
Yeah, Ocean's 13, that's a big cast.
I think it should be called Ocean's 2.5.
Oh, yeah.
And let's be realistic. We'll get 2 other people in it with them. I have a feeling this movie's going to come off like a really, really bad porn film.
So far, that's what it's got the makings of.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'll try to help him, and I'll try to, teach him how
Guide him.
Like pizza, even bad porn is good.
Yeah, but it's going to be a porno movie without the sex. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a bad
I mean?
Yeah, you'll just see bad acting.
Let's hope he comes up with something spectacular. Yes, Kelly, you're on the air. This is Kelly from Butler, Ohio. Kelly, go ahead.
I think Eric needs to stick to children's books.
Eric needs what?
He needs to stick to children's books.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That's more his speed.
I'm not sure that's his speed, but we'll see what he comes up with. It'll be a lot of fun. Let's go to Brian. Brian, you're on the air.
Hey now, Howard. How you doing?
Hey now.
Hey, yesterday, I got a couple questions for you, but while you were talking about Eric the Midget, yesterday you had a concept where he goes over and captures Osama bin Laden.
Right.
How about this one? Osama bin Laden and Eric the Midget, he goes over on a suicide mission with a bomb strapped to the underside of his wheelchair. Gets in a room with Osama bin Laden and blows himself up and Osama bin Laden.
It's weird to think about a time when Osama bin Laden was alive, right? He's dead motherfucker now. God bless America.
All right, that sounds reasonable. I would watch that.
Well, no,
Good stuff.
I would like him to really do that.
That's what I mean. I don't want to fucking hear that guy anymore.
It just sucks that you.
And he kind of predicted the Breaking Bad scene with Gustavo Fring in a weird way, right? Anyone?
How?
That's how they took out Gustavo. They put a bomb in the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Was a young who directs that show? Was he listening to Howard Stern?
Gilligan,
Vince Gilligan. We caught you.
You'd have to fucking blow up a wheelchair.
Well, yeah, that's true. But all right.
That's weird, right? Anyway, call 177 is.
In the books.
In the book.
There we go. In the books. We have to wait for her. The tit vibration. All right. Oh, what a great ETM song by Wade at the beginning. That's his name, right? Wade. Fans doubt movie getting made. Yes, you should. Odds slim to none. And I'm betting on none. Fan begs for money. Wendy got it first. Oh, no. ETM wants an all-wrestling cast. Gay. ETM doesn't want the movie to be good, and those are the calls of the night. Look what you did, Delta Zero. You brought us this extra call. We would never know Eric wanted to cast a bunch of wrestlers until next week. You gave us that. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone for coming and hanging out with us today. Thank you to Joe Black, Delta Zero, Salty Rectum, Jose Otero, Delta Zero twice, or 3 times, and to Andrea Armad, who became a member again. Thank you guys all for donating and supporting the channel. We literally wouldn't be here without it, so we appreciate it. We're a tiny, tiny little channel just in this outback of the internet that loves Howard Stern, and it's fun to have you guys along with us, and thank you so much. We'd like to thank our fun police, Andrea, Delta Zero, and Doopa Doopa Doo, for making sure the chat maintains fun. If you don't have fun, they 86 your ass. And so even if you mock us and call us terrible things, have fun doing it. That's all we ask.
Just be clever.
Yeah.
Just be funny.
Or enjoy yourself while you're doing it. That's all we ask. We're literally here not to babysit or watch your pets. We're here so you can watch us, entertain you. So that's it. If we do that, then we did okay. All right, you guys, let's do our plugs real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Because you know what? We said it all. We have said it all.
And we did plugs already, so we've said it all for real.
She wants out of here, people. All right. Go to DJElectrafry.com. Go to LuigiGreenberg.com. Go to Hackride the Studios. HackRideStudios.com. See, I'm fucking up now. And make sure you go watch The Blind Mike Project after this. Or you can even come back tonight and watch Catch 22 Sunday night with Electra and I at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, if we're filling up for it. Electra, go to sleep and drink a bunch of vitamin C so we can make sure we can do that. And thank you again to Howard Stern. You guys got anything to say before we get out of here?
Boobs.
Mm-hmm. Electra?
Farts.
Well, you know, that's not a bad place to end the show. How about you, Adam? Anything from you?
I love unboxing, Eric. It's a great.
All right. Well, thank you, Adam, for that. You guys have a wonderful day. For Unboxing Eric the Actor, I'm Casey Day.
I'm DJ Electra.
And I'm Luigi Greenberg.
And
bye
for now. Have a great Sunday, everyone. See you tonight.
Thanks for watching Unboxing Eric.
Frame, always ready for his claim to fame. So small in stature but big with pride. From his words you just can't hide.
Hello, Stern.
Always grumpy, throwing shade at me. Eric screaming on the phone, you hear, but we love that midget, let's be clear. In his world, he's a mighty star. Talking tough, though we can't reach too far. Critics swear, man, pick the last on. Johnny, you're up like an belligerent bar. Eric's got his swagger in a world so grand. Proven sides ain't ever part of the plan. With his antics, he steals the show. A little twerp, but our love will always grow. World where he's the king. Every call we can't wait for the ring.
Bye for now.
You know what to do.